Savor the taste, savor the pace. I don't expect you to release me. Jumping the gun, holding my tongue. I never ask you to forgive me. And you will never see my side. And I will always think I'm right, but I always regret the night I told you I would hate you till forever. I told you I would hate you till forever. Ah, ah. I told you I would hate you till forever. Playing the part, playing the game. I don't expect you to believe me. Missing the mark, we tear it apart. I never ask you why you need me. And you will never see my side. And I will always think I'm right, but I always regret the night I told you I would hate you till forever. I told you I would hate you till forever. Ah, ah. I told you I would hate you till forever. What else should I say? What else could I do? Maybe it's too much for you. What else should I say? What else could I do? Maybe I am just too much for you. I told you I would hate you till forever. Ah, I told you I would hate you till forever. I told you I would hate you till forever.
Welcome, everybody, to the December Revolution Gaming Podcast. Man, this month felt like it took forever to get here. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day and a wonderful evening, regardless of where you are. I'm going to get the guys in here, and we're going to get going as always, but I hope everyone's going to have a wonderful holiday season right off the bat. Just want to put that out there for everybody. And for the people that watch on YouTube or watch on Spotify or anything else, thank you for taking the time to listen to our little podcast that's been going on for over 2.5 years now. So I'm very proud of that. And yeah, let's get started. Let's get everybody in here and let's get going with the podcast.
Welcome.
Top of the morning to you.
You guys disappoint me. I didn't hear one boob or butt or anything. Oh my god.
I mean, you only just got here. Like, give us a minute.
I mean,
And to be fair, Tim, I have nothing dirty to say.
that's okay. The podcast is ruined. Silver has nothing dirty to say.
Hey, let Glav take this one. It won, or you, for even.
Glav said tacos. That's dirty enough. I mean, I'll take it.
I was gonna
Glav
follow
to
that
do.
it was something dirty, but I was like, nah. Let's not, never mind. Nope.
You know, I will say this sometime. I look at the stream every single time, and I swear to God, I will get these other three fuckers over here and here and here one day. I don't even care if it has to be through, what is that, Stream Rig or whatever, where you have...
Face rig.
Yeah, Face Rig or something. Someday I will get it so everybody's involved in this damn thing. And you're not just...
I have an odd thing where I fucking stroke my beard constantly. It's a habit now because I have a beard.
I mean, how would it not be a habit? That's pretty normal for having a beard. As somebody with a beard who may or may not be stroking it right now, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I am the only...
I do that way too.
I think I am the only, like, clean-shaven one of the bunch, and...
I used to be clean shaven.
The problem is I can't grow facial hair, so... You know, that would be a real bummer if I tried. I'd have like two big patches matching on this and this side from plastic surgery. So I'd have like a ghetto beard. It'd be beautiful. But what an introduction to things. Oh yeah, and the intro music was completely inspired by the fact that the one thing I got out of the Game Awards last year is a love for the band Churches. That's the only thing that I really remember about last year's podcast, but the podcast Game Awards is because the first music performance was by Churches doing the Death Stranding song, and ever since then I have absolutely adored that band. So if there was one thing I got out of the Game Awards last year, is I found a new band that I really enjoy. So hopefully this year I'll get more out of that, but. That's about all I can.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, that's about all I remember out of last year's Game Awards. There's a lot of things to look forward to, though. If you're a Dragon Age fan, they're supposed to be announcing a whole bunch of new stuff for Xbox Game Pass, a whole bunch of game releases that are coming up. It kind of feels like the first bit of normal gaming stuff that we've had in quite a while, because E3 didn't exist. All digital conferences were kind of all over the place. Some were good, some were terrible. You know, so hopefully, even though there won't be a crowd this year, hopefully this will be a return to covering things in a more normal manner when it comes to gaming going forward. Hopefully.
That'd be nice.
All right, so we're going to start off with our joke game, as always, to set the tone for the evening.
Always.
Who wants to start with their joke game?
How about Goldfish Brain?
Oh, that's a good start. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what a name. That one must have slipped right past my eyes.
It's $5, and it came out today.
It's because it's already out, actually.
It came out today. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, that I didn't know.
It's a 2D platforming game.
And you are literally Goldfish Head with a crowbar.
So it's literally a guy who's controlled by a goldfish.
That's what it seems like.
Hey, isn't that kind of like a break on American Dad? Anybody who's a fan of that show? What is it, Klaus? Klaus the goldfish?
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now.
That looks interesting though. $5, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Metroidvania Adventure Pixel Grab. You know what the thing is? It may be a joke game, but it actually doesn't look bad.
That's the thing. My 2 joke games don't look bad.
All right, what's your other one?
Adventure Llama.
Oh, I
Okay.
saw that. Oh my
Okay, the
goodness,
name
yes.
tells me something else.
Oh boy, this is.
Amazing. Magnificent. That was a good one. Wonderful.
This is Adventure Llama.
Whoa.
You know what?
It sounds nice.
Art style wise, it kind of reminds me of Guacamelee.
It does. Yeah, very colourful.
Magnificent.
There's platforms too, yeah.
Adventure Llama. Hey, listen, you know, like I said, both games look competent, and that's the important
Right.
part, because joke games normally are like, we function to only be a joke.
I am legitimately
It's a joke,
surprised.
both in name and in form.
All right,
This is a joke in name, but looks competent.
all right. So anyone else got one?
Not me, no. You know me, I don't have joke games. Not much?
He's lying.
Nope.
Okay.
Adventure Llama would have been mine if I had actually put that down.
Oh, okay. Nope. Alright, Glove. See you in a bit.
All right. Starship
President has called
Turd
upon me.
Nugget, too cool for stool.
Of course.
Okay, I had a look at that when you mentioned it last night.
It's an old asteroid style game.
Tasty.
Yeah,
Turd.
and you're you're a turd nugget.
Yes, you're a turd nugget.
Cool for stool.
Illuminated.
It's a immature, but hey, whatever.
All right, is this the Mermit? Is this Mermit's game for next month? I hope so.
No, it is not.
Oh, I was really hoping, guys. I was really hoping. I wanted to see a full review of this.
I know exactly which game is
That
going to be for
area.
that, but you guys get to wait to see what it is.
I wonder if there's any like DLC for this game. You know, like Diarrhea Edition, or man, there's so many ideas you could come up with this. Oh my god. It's joke games. Well, at least it's better than meme games, because at least
Yeah.
all 3 of these games were actual games.
Yeah, actually competent.
Because there's so many meme games or just plain out stupid games. You know, like those are the ones that
Anime
really,
standing or whatever it is.
yeah, like or the hentai,
Death
the-
Stranding over pops.
yeah, like the hentai games or anything like that. I'm not a, oh god, I can't stand that shit. Like I have to dig through so many crap
You
games.
see it,
anymore.
it's like
Eraser, come on now.
No silver, no you, no say my name. Oh,
As I said that he should play that game.
he should.
He should.
Hey,
He
you
wants
want
to be part of the podcast.
Hey, listen,
he's gotta
yeah,
go through
Eraser,
copy
you can-
games like I did.
AirRaiser could become a special reviewer where he will review the games that Mermich will no longer review. We'll have great games for you every month. They usually cost less than $3, and they're a fun experience for all.
and they're usually worth less than $3 as well.
Yeah, because remember, if you go back, the first game that I had Mermich review that was a funny game was Rock Simulator.
No, wasn't it $1?
No, what? Yeah,
$1
$1
$1
simulator. Yeah, there was under a rock. Sorry.
Yeah, there was a rock under it. Rocks were involved. Okay, it got complicated.
Yes. All right. So on this podcast, we're still going to be talking about the normal topics, but this is the end of the year, like actual top games of the year for us. So once we're done with the games we've been playing over the last month, you'll actually hear us talk about the top 5 games we have for the year, plus honorable mentions, And what we're looking forward to, and I've got a game, Leaf Blower Revolution. Oh, God. Okay.
Sorry, Tim.
No, it's alright.
The chat
As
mentioned
long as
something.
it's in the
You gotta
sound.
keep-
Kind of asked for it.
Hey, it's free. Hey, it's free
It's
to
an
play.
idle game.
And it's free to play.
And it is. And it's already out.
It's an idle game. Oh, that sounds like something up Glav's alley.
Alright, Glav, I got one for you. You want back in? You get to do leaf blowing without actually blowing it. It's great.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's too bad they didn't do it. If they did something wrong with this, then you know what the reviews would say.
I'm very disappointed that there's no gasoline DLC. You know, how are they making any money? I mean, how do they make money off this? Like you get more leaves if you pay $1. I mean,
Yeah, from the sounds of things, it looks like they blew it.
All right, AirRaiser, it's your fucking time to shine. So get in here, do your one review, and like I said, if you want to do games for us like one a month, we can suggest the game and not a joke game, and you can do one a month on a trial basis. I'm not saying the only reason I say that we're not gonna have more than 4 people is because it would create too much cluster. Yeah, too much chatter into the podcast. But I do have an idea for 2021. What I do want to mention is I've been looking into starting a website and taking this podcast and doing it not on Twitch and recording it instead of live streaming it, because live streaming it does give interactivity to people. I might put it as sub only and do it that way because it doesn't really bring people in. This podcast doesn't do that. But what I was thinking about doing was creating a website, and since I know people that know how to do that very well, and then there can be written reviews that can go on the website as well. So that way, instead of just the podcast, we could cover more games. We could do, smaller reviews for smaller games that don't fit into the time frame that we have each month. That would eliminate the bloat that sometimes this podcast has, and that way we can cover smaller games that normally don't get much traction, but we can do it in a written form, and that way we could cover more games. We could cover them weekly. You could do it right after you're done, so it's a better first impression. That way, you don't have to wait a whole month to hear about a game. So that's kind of like one of my goals, is to take it and make it so there's going to be more contributors. So like anybody in the community would be able to contribute to the review process for everything. So if someone, let's say, Glav plays a game that's a 4X game, because that's his genre of choice. If he picks up a new one and wants to write about it afterwards, he's more than welcome to, and then he can upload it there, and that would make it so the whole community contributes to everything. I mean, yes, there will always be this video podcast, but I'd like to make it so everyone's genre is covered. So everyone who plays the game can have a voice and give a review and hopefully help other people make the right choices when their genre isn't covered here. So that's an idea for 2021. It's one of the bigger ones that me and Jess have discussed, because I have now gotten to the point where Jessica has become a much helpful input on things like this, and she's starting to give me good ideas and good feedback as we work together to try and build the community and hopefully build the podcast into something that people are more interested in by making it more visible and viable to more people.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
But AirRaiser, what is your game again? I can't remember what it was.
The Second Extinction.
Yeah, Second Extinction. That's it.
Peggy 16.
So unmute yourself and go ahead.
So this game is literally Left 4 Dead, but now with dinosaurs, and they're mutated. You go around, you do your mission that you need to get done, And the more unique thing I would say is it has like an evolved type map. You can literally run around and do optional missions. It's a big map, but you do have a main mission that you have to get done.
Awesome, D-Plane, and welcome. You know what? It does have a bit of like Deep Rock Galactic look to it as well. Not with like obviously not digging, but with like weapon design and stuff.
Yeah, the guns are definitely big, chunky. Like they're designed to kill the dinos, and the dinos are. You got anything where you got the tiny little raptors, and even those are annoying as hell. To the, as you just saw there, the heavily armored T-Rex.
Well, that's cool. I mean, at least they got more coming for the game to do eventually. So, I mean, like, as with most early access games, we usually, you know, you can pick it up early if you're a big fan of the genre, which I am, but, you know, financially I can't afford it. But, it's more of like if the game ends up being feature complete and everything, and when it comes out of early access, it's really worth it to everybody. Then it's totally, you know, if it's got a solid foundation already, then it will totally be worth it by that point. The only thing that ever made me balk at this game a little bit was the fact that it was created by the same people that made what was it, Silver?
Generation.
Yeah, Generation Zero, which for its unique idea, Generation Zero ended up being a very odd game. I'm not saying it's terrible. I was just saying it didn't come out being what I thought it was going to be.
Did not meet standards that may or may not have been set for it.
Okay, because I thought Avalanche Studios published Generation Zero.
They published it, but they didn't. They were only involved in slightly in making it.
Oh, you know what's funny is that Avalanche Studios is not on its publisher. It's now literally just systematic reaction.
Yeah.
Or systemic reaction.
But you would see the same thing though for Generation Zero also.
Yeah, big map, kind of empty.
Yeah, and hopefully,
to be honest, too many skins of the same.
I think that with Generation Zero, it probably would have been better off going through the early access system, because then they could have built on the game more than they did, because they pretty much at a certain point went, all right, this game isn't selling, it isn't working, so let's move on. And then the people that have Generation Zero are like, okay, the map's still pretty damn empty. So
yeah, it needs more machine types, not just skins of the machines.
I mean, this is
new machines.
If they want to have support straight off, this is more of an idea that will probably catch on for them. So I don't wish bad luck upon the studio because they had one failed game. But I'm just saying,
if we're matching both of the games, Generation Zero is like 4 times the size of Second Extinction. The thing is, though, is that you're able to travel so much quicker in Second Extinction. There's no stamina bar for one.
The problem is it doesn't matter how big your game is if there's nothing there.
Yep.
Because it could be, it would probably be better off being, 1/3 the size if it was actually a full map.
Indeed.
Like I'd rather have a smaller map full of things to do than a large map with nothing to do. But all right, as per usual, AirRaiser, we do a through 10 system for rating. But we do have a rule that anything in early access cannot be above a 7 or an 8. So what would you rate it currently?
40 hours in the game right now, I would put it at a 6.
6. But it has the potential to go much higher based on updates.
Yeah, it has the potential. Let's say they get their entire roadmap done and everything that they've shown on the dev blog done. This will definitely be an 8 game. As far as buying it now, I would only buy it now if it ever went on sale.
Yeah, which they seem really reluctant to do more than like 10 or 12%. Which But you know what the thing is? This is the point where they need to make their money for development because this is a smaller developer, and they're self-publishing, so they don't have like, you know, an EA or anything else over them to just shovel money in. And most companies in this position would just go to Epic and take their fucking money, and they didn't do that either. So,
Or they weren't offered it.
yeah, so like some companies just can't afford to discount their games right away. Like I can't believe Phasmophobia could, like even a little discount, because they're only already selling it at 15. So like, if you're a small company, taking that $2 or what off actually makes a big deal at the end. But
Yeah, and that game's only sold 10 million copies, believe it or not.
but with games like this and Phasmophobia, you have to have players for it to survive.
Of course.
So taking a $3 hit on, let's say, 10,000 copies of the game in the long run won't matter because your game will still be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because if these games run out of players, guess what? There ain't nothing to back it up. You're done. You know,
Yeah.
like Marvel Avengers has learned, sometimes being greedy doesn't work out for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
at
being
that
greedy is
price
not a
right now.
feature of your game.
Well, all right.
So,
Well, all right. Thank you, AirRaiser. And we're going to get on to the rest of the games we've been playing over the month. I do not have a ton, thank God, for the sake of everyone's time. All right. So,
I will mention this one last thing. Silver mentioned like they needed more enemy variety. The nice thing is this game does have much more variety. Yes, it has 3 Council Raptors, but they operate completely differently. There's one that zaps you with electricity, and it actually blinks out of your reticle. It can actually dodge your bullets.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's armored. There's an armored flatback one with a club tail. There's the Triceratops or bull, and there's even an armored version of that.
nice. All right. Now, Murmich, I'm going to make
Yes.
you go first.
I got 2 games.
Because you only have 2 games, I'm going to make you go first.
Okay.
Now, what I know one you've been excited to talk about, so talk about that one
Yeah.
first, please.
All right. Grapple tournament.
Okay, Grapple Tournament.
Yep.
I have not tried out the demo, so unfortunately I cannot really speak alongside them.
All right, let's check it out. This is all VR. This is VR only, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It is really, really fun.
Need drugs when I turn pink? Yeah, Ava, that'd probably be a problem.
Yeah.
I'd probably say
So
like Quake in VR.
basically, you get a nice selection of guns that you can run around and swing from the rooftops in, I think it's 5 different maps right now. Yeah. So, still in development, but like I was having a blast with it just because you can swing around like Spider-Man in these areas. It's really big fun.
This gives me such a Borderlands vibe. My God.
Yeah, cell shaded graphics. It works perfectly for this kind of game. It's easy.
But
on
the fact
eyes.
that every player gets a bow at default, they get a pistol at default, and they get a sword or a frying pan as default is amazing. And yes, the frying pan can be selected as your melee weapon, and yes, it goes dong when you hit people with it.
Okay, 10 out of 10. Got the dong.
It's not the only VR game that does that, thankfully. But I love the sound anyway.
Now, what
Yeah,
are you playing
It's
this on,
basically
Murmich?
VR Unreal Tournament. That's
He's playing
basically
on
what
the
it is.
Oculus Rift.
Oculus Rift, okay. Because I
DK2, by the way,
yeah,
which is
'cause
basically the one before the Rift S.
I always wondered what the Windows Mixed Reality one is. I've never even looked into it. I know it's
I have
expensive.
I have a friend who owns one of them, and apparently it's like, well, the one that my friend got is basically just a little bit worse than the first Oculus. So
I mean, if I had the money, obviously I'd get like the Valve Index, but
yeah,
I don't have that type of money. You know, I'm not rich. But if I had a choice, I would get the Valve Index because that seems to be like top tier fucking, especially with controllers.
Yeah, understandable, but I just got the Rift because it actually felt like I was using 360 controllers, but but just like loose.
How about
So
the?
that's why I chose them instead of the HTC Vive. I just did not like the fact that it just looks so heavy.
Well, I'm
And
glad.
I did not like the fact that I do not have the room for the base stations either. I was like, fuck no, I'm not setting them shit up. That
But
was
I am happy that I have two of you here that do have VR, so we can discuss them because VR, until obviously 6 months ago when I got this computer, VR was never even a fucking option. When you're running on a 5-year-old gaming laptop that had a 970 mobile edition in it, you ain't running VR.
No, I mean, I've been playing VR games for 3 years now, give or take.
What's the maximum score we're allowed to give early access games?
8.
7 or 8. 8 maximum.
8 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really?
As for Five Minutes, I have the Cosmos.
I want to play more of it, but the
Oh,
the only
D-Plane, you have
downside-
VR? Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't trying to talk over you.
The only downside is I don't have enough friends to play VR with, and Silver didn't play it with me whatsoever the entire month, no matter how many times I kept inviting him.
I know. I'm sorry.
The-
Do it before the end of the
No,
year.
you know how you get you know how you get over that? You just buy him the game and don't give him a choice.
Yeah. Well, the best part is there's a freaking demo that is completely free.
I'll tell you what, Memich, I'll make you a deal. I'll play with you at least once before the end of the year, and if you can somehow manage to get
That one game we were
Survive
talking about.
or another game, or another VR game that's
Yeah.
co-opable.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, like what was it called? Oh, no, we'll bring it up in.
All I want is people to play VR with Silver. That's all I want.
I'll make sure to look that up, D-Plane.
Play Phasmophobia as well in VR, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, that has
I've
been
done that,
something a long time coming.
And you know what? The only thing about Phasmophobia, I know we've already talked about it a ton. The only thing that ever bugs me about Phasmophobia is the movement speed. Everything else about that game is fucking great, except for the fact that you hit the run button and you're like, I am slightly faster.
And the best part is with VR, you're faster than everybody else.
I know, by a long
You don't have a
shot.
run button.
Oh god.
It's because it's a lot scarier in VR. You want to run faster.
Yeah, right.
Like run,
Okay.
run, B, run.
All right, so who wants to go next, Silver or Ray?
Let's see here, what do I have? I have 2 games, so
All right, go ahead, Ray.
why don't we go over my review game, which was Charge with an exclamation point.
Charge. Oh wait, didn't I mention this last time?
You did mention it, or you pointed it at me.
All right. Go ahead, Ray.
So, it's a puzzle game, sort of like one I mentioned a while back, the Turn on the Light,
Yep.
where you just kind of deal with the flow of electricity to the exit. And as you can see, this one, however, is much more complicated. It's kind of like what I would expect the next evolution of Turn on the Light to be. It is much more complex and challenging and very well thought through and in depth.
Well, it's only $3.99, so I mean.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how many levels there are. I haven't gotten through all the way. And there are some that are just really make me not want to try and finish some of the puzzles. But it's tough. I imagine an electrician or someone with more experience in electrical engineering might have a better time doing it, but
All right, Murmich, get on it.
it's pretty fun.
You got the electrician covered.
Right?
I was only HVAC guy. I know how to wire things. That's about as far as I go.
I know how to.
But that's
wire things, I
awesome.
don't know how all that stuff.
But that's awesome, though, Ray. That it's that high. That's good that you got enjoyment out of that. It's always good to find. It's always good to be able to find cheap games that you enjoy, because not everything has to be a $60 experience to enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love indie games so much.
All right, you're up, Silver. Sorry,
I was gonna say, wait a minute, did I just change identity? How did I do that?
you are now a tree.
Silver tree.
Yeah, Silver Tree. Silver Tree, Silver Tree.
I was gonna say, use it
It's Christmas time on the podcast.
Yeah, see? All right, so
Merry freaking Christmas.
Silver, what's your game?
Yes, Blood Rain 1 and 2, Terminal Cut. But you can just do one. Just do the first game. I played that more than I played the second game, though I have actually finished Blood Rain 2 before the Terminal Cut was released. But yeah, just do the first game.
I promise.
That's the one I have not finished. But I did play the PS2 version way back in the day when it first came out.
Oh yeah, you guys, really quick. I'm not gonna interrupt you. You guys were talking about one of the worst movies I've ever seen, Blood Rain. There you go. Okay, go ahead.
Same here. Compared to that and the game is obviously far superior. It's just that the combat is a little stiff compared to 2. 2 improves on everything with the combat. But in the first game, you have to deal with obviously Nazis are your enemy in this game, and you do face like other monstrosities as well. And basically, the lead villain is a vampire named Kagan, who wants to basically do world domination through his vampire children. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Fantastic.
Yep.
And as I said, the combat is kind of stiff. You can't really do like combos with attacks, and there's no move list unlike the second game. I remember some of I think I had like 2 bosses so far. The first boss was ridiculous. But if you have enough ammunition for the guns, which is limited, you can take it down pretty easily. But attacking in melee for bosses is a little bit stiff, as I mentioned. But hey, it works. It actually is vastly improved from the original, from what I could remember and tell. Like, there's actual like widescreen support for monitors like ours. And the water doesn't look that bad.
Does it run good?
Oh yeah, it runs smooth as fucking butter, man.
Okay, that's the important part.
I've had no technical issues whatsoever. Launch game, get straight in. It works perfectly, at least in my experience. And as you can tell in the reviews, yeah, very positive. So yeah,
if you like the original, you like this more.
Oh yeah. If you've played the original, you should have this. If you don't have the original on Steam, get it, because it's well worth the experience to play something that came out almost over a decade ago. Well, over a decade and a half. Sorry, it came out in 2002, something like that. It's a really old game, but I definitely recommend.
And sorry, guys, you can't find it on Abandonware. You can't cheat. You have to actually pay for it.
You can. Well, you used to be able to buy the original versions of the Blood Rain 1 and 2 on Steam until November 20th, when the Terminal Cuts came out. Because now you can no longer buy the original. Because what's the point? You have the enhanced and updated versions, which work perfectly.
Well, BioShock did that, and they did not do a good job on the remake. You know, and then they stopped selling the original version of the BioShock games, and then came out with the BioShock, like, what was it, Enhanced or... Yeah, and then, like, the new ones basically had more bugs than the old ones. So not every game is like that, but I agree, Silver. Like, in this particular case, if they did a good job, then that makes perfect sense. But, Ava, no, we can't make you, but we can tell you that you should probably cosplay as the main character. It'd work out really well. Since you like my wife to dress up as a cat, you can dress up as a vampire. And then you can continue to suck the soul out of every man around you. I'm picking. Alright, so I'm... First off, there's one thing I want to say is the 13 remake, fuck that, I'm not playing it. I talked about it last month and immediately it came out and it got bombed because they did a terrible job on it, so I'm not covering it until A, they reduced the price down to nothing because that's what it's worth right now, or the fact that they actually fix it, but I'll see you in 2022 for that. The other thing is that I do have a couple games that I played that are high profile, but I am not ready to review them here yet because I have not played enough of them yet. Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Immortals Phoenix Rising would be a good thing to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about a game I haven't played enough of yet. If you want to watch the streams as I play more of them in the weeks to come, that's fine. But for right now, I am not going to speak on them because I don't think it would be right, because I haven't made it far enough to actually do anything with Ubisoft games, because they're all huge. And playing 3 or 4 hours in a 40-hour game does not really give me the right to talk about it.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Unless that 30 those 3 hours is extremely consistent with the remaining 40.
So there's one thing we can all talk about, and then I'll do a second one. But this one's for all. This one's for all of us, and this is Unfortunate Spaceman.
Oh, yeah, damn, why did I
We all-
not add it to
we
my
did all
list?
Yes.
Thank you, Tim, for actually adding it to your list.
Yeah. So we all played Unfortunate Spacemen. We did not play the Among Us type mode yet, but
At least not
I mean, we played like a round or two sillily, not seriously.
yeah.
But
we did play through the campaign,
yes, and we did some survival too.
Indeed.
and I have to say it is a bunch of fun.
Yeah,
Intense, for sure. Until the enemy bugged out during that survival.
Now I am interested to see if they make more content for this game, like campaign wise. I'm interested to see it because like I really enjoyed what we played with it so far, but it's very short. But if they make more of it and continue the story, I'll be hopping on immediately to play more. And I do hope that we can get enough of us to play it since it's free to play to actually do the Among Us mode. But as of yet, that's not really an option because we don't have enough people to really do it right. But we'll try. We'll try sometime this month, and if we do, then I will make sure to come back and discuss it more. But it's fun. There you go. If you want a review, it's fun. And
it's fun if you can get enough people going. It's definitely got. I think the Among Us mode looks quite solid, and should be a lot of fun, especially if you don't like the voting of Among Us. They have added a voting system, but it doesn't instantly remove whoever you vote for, so it's more of a
suspicious
assistance.
Yeah, it's one of the suspicion gauge, I guess you would say.
If you ever wanted to shoot somebody in Among Us, then play this.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's really good. Just from what I have played of it, I would say it's at least a 7 out of 10. Has the ability to be way more if I try out more of the modes. But for right now, it's really good. I think all these guys really enjoyed what we played of it, so
it's got personality.
Yeah, D-Plane has definitely got personality. That's what we can tell you about the campaign, and it's fun. Okay, so now my first actual review game, which I get to go on a fucking tangent about, is Rune 2 again.
Oh yes.
Oh boy.
And me and Ray could jump in.
Yeah.
All right. So
my first experience with it.
So this is the second time of me reviewing this fucking game, because I played it on Epic, and when they released it on Steam a year later, it came with an update. So I got given multiple keys for this game, and they bought me a server to try and improve my co-op experience, which it did slightly. But there is so many fucking flaws in this game. So many! So much broken shit in this game. So much, like, stuff that doesn't work right. So much shit that just, like, the game falls apart under the weight of its own, like, jumbled... It seems like jumbled code, like, ambition with no actual, like, follow-through. Fucking... Oh my god. This game is a fucking clusterfuck. Is it fun? It can be.
You can have fun with this game.
But does that make it good? No.
Not necessarily.
It's a ton of freaking work.
Okay.
Kind of like the way you can have fun with Fallout 76. It's possible. You could find a way to do it.
Okay, here's an idea, right? Total between Epic... Well, actually, I have it on Epic only. But, like, on Epic alone, I have 38 hours in this game now. 38! This game has been one of the most tiring experiences to play and enjoy I have ever had. remember the facts of what didn't work since they let you use the... Yeah, I know, right? I give facts since they left. Listen, I don't care. Like, they can give me a server, they can give me 500 keys for the game. The game is still fucking jank. It is still fucking garbo. Like,
yes.
they changed... all this update did is change what the game actually is. Like, it went from a Skyrim clone to a third-person ARPG. If you really want to talk about it, it's base level, what they did. They basically changed it to an ARPG from, like, a pure Skyrim clone. And in the process, they didn't fix a lot of the problems they were having before. So, I don't care who Studio 369 actually entails. Maybe someday they'll get it right. But for now, man, a year later, and your game is still garbo, fuck that. And I don't care how many, like I said, I do not care. I'm not one of those people that would accept money anymore. I won't accept $1 from anybody to review their game. If their game is shit, their game is shit. Mixed reviews, my asshole. Here's what I say. This game gets like a 3.
Well, has the game crashed on you?
Yeah, it has before.
Has it? It's
Yeah.
never crashed on me.
It hasn't crashed in the newest update.
That's what I meant.
But that's why it gets a 3.
Okay.
Because on the Epic one, it was a 1. Like a year ago, it was a 1.
Yeah, I did not like the
Oh.
whole Ragnarok system.
At least it improved.
Yes,
yeah,
it did improve in
somewhat.
some aspects.
I think you could safely say that the developers seem to be trying to improve things. They're putting in some effort.
Okay.
It might not necessarily have paid off enough yet,
Yeah,
but perhaps in the future it could get better.
all right, can I say one more thing as well?
Go ahead.
Fucking why? Why would you put out a $30 DLC for a game that doesn't work right yet?
Yeah, that stinks.
It's the
I don't
same
know
price
at
as
all.
the game! It adds nothing! You want to see what this is? What the Godslayer update is? I mean, upgrade is?
Basically adds like an armor and weapons.
That's it! $30 worth of cosmetics! $30 fucking dollars!
Actually, they're not cosmetics. They are actual armor and weapon pieces that actually have stats.
Okay,
They're not-
is that any better?
I don't know.
No,
I don't have them.
I mean, depending on the stats, could pay to win for all we know.
Yeah, I mean, it does have PvP now.
It does.
Yeah.
Not that I care about PvP.
But if you're playing a PvP game and you spend the extra $30 and then go on the PvP, what happens?
Everybody
Well,
else
it's
does
hard
the
to
same
Depends,
stuff.
depends on what the stats are, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
but-
And if the stats aren't good, why is it $30?
yeah,
If they are good, then it's pay to win.
I know that the warrior items are pretty like they're like level 7 stuff. The other armor, I think, is at level 16, give or take. But I've already got better stuff by literal drops. So what's the point?
It looks
What do you-
good.
I mean, if you want a semi advantage, whatever. I mean, you get better armor in the actual game by playing the fucking game.
Okay, I will say this, okay? Beyond anything else. I don't care if it's really good shit or not. If your game isn't up to snuff, don't sell $30 DLC.
Because you're just doing what's it called does. What's that other game that did the same thing?
How about $5 DLC?
That'd be a little bit more acceptable.
Well, yeah, even if you cut this up into $5 sections, it'd be at least more bearable. Like, somebody might bite on some of it.
I'm just saying, like, there is, for a game that is so poor right now, you do not need to sell this shit. I cannot emphasize enough how much this is fucking garbage.
A condemned business person.
And I am hardly ever really angry about games.
Slash harsh.
Yeah, I am never really this harsh. Usually I try and find the positive. This game is fucking trash. I've played it multiple times on stream, suffered through hours of it, dragged my friends to make them suffer to fucking play it so we could try it over and over again. And at the end of it, it runs, so it's a 3. But anything else other than that, like actually working right, it's garbage.
And as Rare Razor said, that auto teleport to host thing is so.
Oh yeah, tethering.
Tethering with a fucking server is fucking bullshit.
It was one of my most.
You should have seen Anthem and been like, no, that's probably not a good idea. Like, I can understand if you're trying to save on resources or something by like unloading the map in certain areas.
Yeah, right.
But really, people hated tethering in Anthem. There's no way it's going to be welcome in your game.
No way.
All right,
That's
so
a big no-no.
before I make this a giant tangent to the last 20 minutes, let's just say this. A 3 out of 10, don't buy it. Don't buy it on sale. Don't buy the DLC. If they give you a key, you can check it out of blind observation. But anything other than that, don't give these people money. Don't give them your attention, and don't tell anybody it's worth anything. There you go. That's my review of this fucking dog pile.
Unless you really like Fallout 76. Like, if you could find a lot of things to enjoy about Fallout 76, maybe this is the game for you. I don't know.
If you like vanilla Skyrim with no mods before anything was fixed, like go back to the original Skyrim files before any patches, any mods, or anything, and play that. And then if you really enjoy that, then I guess you can enjoy this.
No, I can't. Not anymore.
I'm not even talking. I'm talking about before even Bethesda fucking fixed part of Skyrim. I'm not even talking about that.
I played it way back in November 11th of 2011. I fucking played it day one. But even back then, it wasn't as buggy as like because some patches actually made the game worse. Because remember, it's Bethesda. They can't really fix anything.
But all right, so Mermit, you're up next. I'm done being angry about video games.
All right. So the game that I played, Tukoni, Tukoni.
Free to play, of course. Not just kidding. I saw this game last month. It's fine.
Like I was ready to buy it, but it turned out it was free to play.
Cute.
Yes,
I like the art style.
It's based on a book, which is really cool.
Which makes sense. It looks like a book.
Yes, like the art style, the music was just downright delightful. Though it is a very, very short game, I will admit that. But
what is it? Is it just foraging the game?
Pretty much.
Okay.
But it is very, very pretty to look at.
And it's free. So
it's free.
It's hard to I can't believe the game's so short.
You can't get your money worth out of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I do say the thing that it goes back to $1 an hour, but when you pay nothing, it doesn't matter. And it's over 1,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But that doesn't speak volumes. I don't know what that is.
It must be an endearing game then. People actually.
It is very, very nice. It is very short, but it is very, very nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That is very nice. Okay, Mermit's still reminding me of a kid. Well, he is the kid of the group.
I am technically the youngest.
Okay.
But at the same time.
Hey, listen, art style doesn't mean anything. I like pixel art. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, hey, Tim reviewed SpongeBob's Battle for Bikini Bottom remake.
Yep.
Like,
We've all done our kitty stuff before.
I actually enjoy a lot of kitty shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if I've actually reviewed any like kiddie games that would be considered as childlike or kiddie.
This is meant for a younger.
So, did you play Halo when you were really young? It's basically a kid game for you, right?
Well, it's a game from my childhood, yes, but a kiddie game? Fuck no.
I mean, Silver does own House Party, so he's got kid games.
I remember that my very first horror game was Resident Evil in 1996. So yeah.
And if you don't know what House Party is, people out in chat, just Google it. Just Google
Yes,
it.
Just
Go
Google
watch
it. You'll
the
be
game.
fine. Don't worry.
It's
Leave
hilarious.
me the fuck alone.
I am.
Go
I'm
watch
just telling
the Game
people to
Grumps
Google
Play
it.
House Party. It's really actually funny.
It is funny. It's funny / perverted. That's all it is.
Yes. So
Okay.
How many games do you have
I'll,
left,
I'll
Silver?
give this game a 7.
A
I
7.
would rate it higher, but there just isn't. There's like little
Not enough there
sections
to.
do.
Yeah, there's not enough there to.
Yeah, to push it up and above.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is a full game,
Okay.
which
all
is
right.
nice.
All right, you're
And-
up next, Ray.
So yeah.
All right. So the other game I played recently is One Step from Eden.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah. So Humble Choice has a fantastic variety this month, and I grabbed One Step of Eden from Eden because I'd seen other people playing it, and it looked pretty fun. So I can't take all the credit for half of this description, but I like the description that it is basically like Slay the Spire mixed with Mega Man Battle Network.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm interested in it because of that.
It's got all of the roguelike deck building and overall progression from Slay the Spire with a kind of grid-based bullet hell style in combat, which I'm assuming is what Mega Man Battle Network has. I've never actually played that, so I don't know.
Yes, it does. There you go. There's your answer.
Okay. Lots of characters you can unlock and play as, with tons of cards and different things you can do. So far, it's been extremely fun. I have not actually beaten it yet. It's quite challenging.
Which is
And
the
it
best
even has
part.
It even has a little bit of Undertale too, because you can after you beat a boss, you have a choice of either killing them for extra loot or sparing them to get some heals and a passive buff, which changes how the ending you get at the end. Apparently,
Cool.
Because, having compassion sometimes actually benefits you in a video game.
in fact, one of the bosses will actually spare you if you lose to it. Ironically enough, so
Interesting.
I have to say, Humble Games puts out some good shit.
oh yeah. So at this point, I have not played a ton of it. I mean, I've almost gotten 10 hours into it, but I haven't beaten it once. But I would say it's an easy 8 at this point.
And it's 40% off if you
Probably
want to
better.
check it out yourself.
Mm-hmm. Or just spend $15 on Humble Choice and get that and a number of other good things.
And this month only, if you get the Humble Choice, you actually get a whole entire EA Play Plus subscription for a month, which means you can play everything that EA offers for.
Mm-hmm. If there's anything EA offers that you want to play.
Charger for tonight?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead. Sorry about that. Being a dad. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, what's the grade you said?
8.
8? All right. Well, you know what? That's another game where it's like you look at the reviews. Overwhelmingly be positive. Only 3,300 overwhelmingly positive. It's just a couple people. It's just a couple people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was originally going to back this game because I actually think, did you bring it up to me or did I bring it up to you, Tim? I believe one of us mentioned it to each other.
Because I get okay. Full disclaimer: I am part of the Humble Partner Program, so I get emails about like the upcoming games they release, bundles, everything else. So when I got this, I think I showed Silver about this one and Operation. What was the other one? The aircraft game that we ended up coming out November 1st.
Oh, Project Wingman?
Yeah, I think that might have been it.
Yes, Project Wingman. That's it.
Yay.
December 1st, yeah.
And I guess they're making a sequel to Slay the Spire,
Cool.
which I am very excited about. I would
Interesting.
boot up the old Xbox and give Buffy a try, but I think, hey, listen, man, if you got an OG Xbox, that's great. I
have one.
I had the OOG one with
Yeah,
the big
same
with the big Duke controller. Oh yeah.
The brick, as we called it. And
Yeah.
Like the brick power box thing. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
God. Jesus, that thing was so heavy.
All right. But yeah, Humble Games comes out with a wonderful variety of like low budget but very
Indie-ish titles.
low budget but very high production quality games. They're very good at that.
Very good.
Which is surprising because Humble is owned by IGN. And for how much I give IGN credit, whoever's in charge of these other things is actually doing really well.
Indeed.
All right, have a good night, Ava. Thank you for hanging out as
night.
long as you can, long as you could.
night.
It
Catch you
doesn't.
tomorrow. Evan.
All right.
Yeah.
So Silver, you are next. What do you got?
Overslept.
No, not what you did before the stream. I'm talking about what's your game.
That's the game.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Slept. I've not finished it.
Sounds
yet,
like it's right up your alley, Silver.
Yes.
But okay, I will say that some of the puzzles are a little confusing with the symbols. But I figured out eventually after reading a couple of the files that are in the game. Thankfully, the game does not hold your hand at all. You have to figure out everything yourself by being very perceptive and being, exploring in every inch of every room you enter. Meanwhile, you are at risk of getting chased by this huge ass motherfucker. That guy in the trailer. It's fucking creepy. At least you get a sound notification with the music like building up when he's seen you and he's now starting to chase you. So you have to remember where the nearest room that has a closet that you can hide in.
So
Otherwise,
he
So
has
it's kind of like Phasmophobia, but 2D.
he's got
you
he's got the Philadelphian O face.
I think you have like 3 lives before you actually die. And it's like a roguelike as well. Once you die, you have to start from the game all over again.
Well, that's interesting for $2. That seems to be quite a lot of replayability for $2.
Oh yeah. As I said, I have not managed to finish it yet, but I will definitely continue to playing it and see if I can actually finish it. I don't remember where I last saved though. I think the game auto saves. Like there are checkpoints. Like after everything, if you're using like major, you get like a checkpoint and you can just resume from there if you somehow die or you get yourself into a pickle. Because there is a couple of antagonists as well. There's not just that large dude. There's another one that I.
Man, Silver, you're gonna be in charge of my fucking segues, man.
And she's even faster. Why? What do you mean?
What's your score on it anyway?
Jesus Christ, Tim. Right,
No. Say you're gonna be in charge of my segues. I'm trying the segue. It's fine.
Alright, let's see. I'd probably give it a 7.
All right. Would you like to say anything else? I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you.
Nah, it's alright, Tim. That's it for now. For that.
No, he brought up pickle. So I was trying to segue, and I forgot that he didn't mention his screen. But speaking of pickle, you ever heard of Shit Pickle? Yeah, he's in the Angry Video Game Nerd game. So
You know what? Glad I've actually been watching AVGN on
so
This one.
I will be talking about the Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe Edition. This game is a fucking blast. It is so much fun. The nostalgia feels of it and the throwbacks are great. I love the board game level at the beginning of part 2 too. Like Crossfire and everything else. Oh my god.
I thankfully get quite a few of those references thanks to me actually watching his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I played this. I had such a blast. I beat the whole all 3 parts. I put it up on YouTube. Oh, it was fantastic. This game is like, I know I don't usually like grade repackages very high because all it is a repackage with a little piece of extra content on it. But the fact that they switched engines, they added some things in the game, they changed some bosses in the game from the original, especially in part 1. And they did a really good job making a 3rd chapter to bring it all together full circle. They did a really good job with this. I would say if you're a platform fan or a fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd, or you just like a challenge in general, this game is fantastic. It's very cheap right now. It's on sale, I think, for $12. You'll get your money's worth if you play on higher difficulties. There's different achievements you can learn get by completing all the nerd tasks in every level. I did not do that in my playthrough because I didn't feel like dying 940 times. Just like in Celeste, when you try and grab all the strawberries, sometimes it's just not worth it. But yeah, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's definitely one of my favorite collections of the year, I would say. I mean, I don't usually put collections as like game of the year things, but this is a really good one. And if you haven't played the original, or if you have and you want to check out some added content and an improvement in every aspect, then I would say this is for you. All right, so does anyone have any left, or who has one left? Because I know Ray doesn't, I know Murmus doesn't. Do you have one, Silver?
No, I didn't play too much of Luna, so
all right, the last one I'm going to talk about is one I played during the 12-hour, which I actually had an amazingly fun time with, is Shiren the Wanderer. The
yes.
Tower of Fortune and the Dice of Fate. I knew very little about this game, came into it basically blind, and enjoyed the shit out of it. After looking it up, I'm like, man, I should have played this before, because it was available for years. But yeah, it's amazing. The humor's good. For somebody who doesn't mind roguelites, that's me. I like it. I like the fact that it has the movement system where the enemy only moves if you move. So you can actually like plan out your attacks by moving backwards and then forwards, or picking up different equipment. Actually, there's you can basically upgrade all of your equipment on the go by running into merchants in the actual dungeons. You can I found out afterwards that there is 75 different characters that you can employ to help you through dungeons in the game, and I only saw 3 during the first hour.
Dang.
So yeah, you can, there's so many items you can get, so many shops you can go through. And if your friend owns the game, you can rescue each other from dungeons and not lose your progress, which is
Oh, wow.
which is a lot of fun if you have a friend who owns the game as well. You can help each other out and go get each other. And it's available on Switch for all my Switch lovers out there. I know we got some. But yeah, I had a wonderful time with this game. I'm not going to rate it too highly because it is basically just a upgrade of a very old game. But for what it is, I will say it's an 8. It's a lot of fun. It's very addicting. You'll want to play more and more and more and more and more. That's the way I guess the way I could put it.
Review.
Yeah. All right. So now it's time, guys. It's time.
It's time. It is time.
I've went out of my way to make my choices for our end of the year game awards here, completely blind from all of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick overview of everyone's honorable mentions. This is we're each giving out our top 5 games of the year, which is the games that we played, not the games that are available out there, period. It's the top 5 games that we played during the course of the year. Not all of us play AAA titles, especially this guy right here. So it's not going to be like, every AAA game is the best game out there, because I don't play them all. I play some. So we're going to go through the honorable mentions first. We're each going to do it one at a time. A quick reason why they're there for us, like why they're an honorable mention, and we'll move on. And we'll do this in nice rotation. And then when we get to the top 5 for each of us, it will be more of an explanation of why that is.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'll go first in this one. Ori and the Will of the Wisp is one of my honorable mentions. because I'm sorry, these games are beautiful, they're fantastic, they're platformers, they're everything that I love in a game. The art style is fantastic, the music is amazing, but it's so difficult towards the end that I was never able to finish it, so I couldn't put it any higher just based on beauty alone. So that's why it's an honorable mention, but it's not, you know, not one of my favorites because I never got through enough of it to actually say whether it is or isn't one of the best. But I might play it on stream sometime in the near future because this game is incredible. So
It's Tim's gamer cry. I mean, this is what he loves.
yes, exactly. Beautiful art style, platforming, challenging. No. Easy games are for people who like COD.
Wow. Wow, that's a kick in the nuts for sure.
I'm
Going if you don't have nuts.
Remember, people that play COD diss Fortnite. People that play real games diss COD and Fortnite. All right. All right. So who's next?
Me.
Okay, what do you got?
Made of Scare.
Okay.
The music. Stunning. I was not aware of how beautiful Welsh singing voices could be. And the pace of the game was just right. It wasn't rushed and it wasn't too slow. It was just right. And it's a pretty beautiful game too. Even though there is a bit of kind of like, it feels like there's a bit of an overlay in some places, but that goes away like halfway through the game, and the final reveal of that final villain, oh man, it brought up that intense like chase scenes and whatnot. Oh man, it was just on point as a horror game. Fucking loved it.
That's
I loved
great.
the experience. It was about about 10 hours long, I think, give or take.
Awesome.
Check real fast. Yeah, about 10 hours. I got the best ending on my first try. Hell yeah! And if you're a fan of horror games, I definitely recommend giving this one a try. Or hell, just buy the soundtrack alone. The soundtrack is just worth it.
Awesome.
I
All
have
right.
it, and it was beautiful.
All right. So there we go. Ray, what's one of your honorable mentions?
I'm gonna put. Let's put Deep Rock Galactic here, because Deep Rock Galactic got their 1.0 release this year.
Oh yes,
I think it's worth honorably mentioning.
Okay. We all love
It's fun.
We really
Yeah.
like this game.
It's fun. Everybody likes it. There's lots to do, lots of content. And Coffee Stain Studio did it. They do a good job usually.
Rock and Stone. That's all I can say
I
about
don't know
it.
why I didn't play this game.
Because you never bought it. No, Murmish, you would like it because it's kind of like Minecraft in a
right
way.
up your alley, Mermage.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Minecraft in a way. Yeah.
No,
We need to come back to this because there's been a lot of new stuff.
I see that.
yeah.
I should pick it up. It's funny that I didn't pick this up before getting.
Pick it up during the winter sale. It's in 2 weeks, man.
I
They'll
know.
probably have
That's
some
what I
good
mean.
stuff.
I did mention that to Ray earlier. I said when Super Sale comes along, maybe I'll pick up some games that I've been keeping an eye on.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll actually get a reasonable sale price. But yeah.
All right, and
sorry.
the beauty, and for people that don't know, the beauty of the people in this podcast is we all like different types of games. We like some together,
diversity.
but individually we like a lot of different style of games. So this is why this list is going to be very diverse, I would say. All right, Murmich, what's one of your honorable mentions?
One of my honorable mentions is Light Matter.
Oh, that was part of the Humble Choice a couple months ago too.
Yeah, it came out in February.
Light Matter's free?
Well, they had a
damn.
free demo,
Yeah, there's also a full game as well.
but
Yeah, there's a demo.
yeah.
Oh, okay, because it says you can play the first hour of Light Matter for free. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really cool game. It feels like it almost feels like Portal.
I get the vibe from it. I get that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
From it.
it's got a lot of like Portal vibes emanating from it, but it's got the whole if you're in darkness, if you step into darkness, you'll die.
Oh, were you mentioning this on the podcast when you reviewed this game?
Yep.
Yeah, really, really cool game.
Awesome.
Yeah, kind of unique way of solving puzzles with light.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Intriguing.
Overwhelmingly positive again. So our views are not that much different than Steam in general.
There you go.
My next one is Battletoads.
Of
Ah,
course.
makes sense.
Yeah, you did have a little bit of trouble with it.
To be
but,
fair, I'm more surprised of these being on your honorable mentions than your actual top 5. Tim. So I'm very interested to see what your top 5 are.
I put a lot of thought into it. A lot of thought into my end of the year thing. I've been working on that for 3 weeks now. So believe me, I reshuffled this list about 12 times. But yeah, Battletoads brought back like the fun beat 'em up that I've been looking for. This is actually part. I'm putting 2 games into this little honorable mention section right here of the same genre, so I'm going to link them together. Battletoads, it's much better if you have a friend to play it with. I will say that, but even on its own, the humor and everything carries it. Like if some people are gonna find it obnoxious, but like the amount of genres that are smashed into this game is fucking incredible. And like the fact that like the Battletoads were basically just locked up all these years and have no idea what the fuck was going on for 20 years, it's amazing. But yeah, if you like beat 'em ups, that's one that I can give to you. But the other one that I would put with that is Streets of Rage 4. These 2 games gave me 2 amazing beat 'em ups in the same year.
Should also add that to my honorable mention list as well, because we played it together.
Yeah,
and
Streets of Rage 4 is like, if you love Streets of Rage from when you were a kid, this is gonna make you just as happy. And you know what? Both these games were originally overlooked by people because of their art style. That art style shit didn't fucking matter. They both ended up being fantastic beat 'em ups.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't give you the art style of the old, but they were trying to refresh and reinvigorate a franchise that had been dormant for years in both cases. And they did a fantastic job. I would say that Streets of Rage 4 is slightly better than Battletoads in single player, but co-op they're both the same amount of enjoyability. They're fucking incredible. So if you like beat 'em ups on a budget and you like a high quality experience at the same time, these 2 games are fantastic.
Yeah, pick this up now.
All right, so you're
Do
next.
it!
You're next, Silver.
All right, honorable mention, Serious Sam 4.
All right, now we're getting serious.
No, we're serious.
Hey, the reviews are up to very positive now. All right, cool.
Hey, okay, that brightens up my mood. Good to know. You did it, Crow Team. You did it. You turned it around from mostly positive to very positive. Well done. And of course, I don't really agree with everyone else saying that the sense of humor was all, cheesy and all that. Okay, maybe it was, but I enjoyed it. It's fucking Serious Sam. What on earth were you fucking expecting?
Who doesn't like
Come on.
cheese? What are you, lactose intolerant? Come on.
You know what? You know
I
what?
did not like Lord Aquaman there, as a villain. Very snarky prick.
I think people were expecting a Doom clone, but then they would have bitched it was a Doom clone.
Right?
Right? And I'm like,
It's just
Serious
Doom.
Sam. Serious Sam is in its own world as a genre. It's more like, it's not an arena shooter. It's more like a hybrid of like arena shooter and freeform shooter, or whatever the hell you want to fucking call it. Because, you go through like these massive open areas, far bigger than what Doom 2016 Doom Eternal had, trust me. There's no tight corridors in this game, especially in 4. There's no tight corridors, unlike the other games. The weapons were really enjoyable to use, and some of the gadgets. That mini nuke. Mwah. I don't know why That was not in the order, like the third game, but hey, whatever.
Mini nukes are the best part about infinite ammo. Can confirm.
Is the black hole.
Yeah, the black hole and the mini nuke together.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. The enemies are fucked.
I didn't need to see anyway. That's fine.
Right? Okay, the next thing I want to do in that game is turn up the enemy count times 2 or maybe times 3 and kick it up a notch. I want to be swarmed by fucking thousands of enemies if our computers can handle
And
it.
then open a black hole and see it all.
Yes, exactly.
As long as you have mini nukes and black holes, you're fine. You could pump it up times 10 and you'd still be fine.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Ray, what's your next one?
Right, let's see here. Let's do Gunfire Reborn.
Oh, cool. That was on mine. You saved me a step.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I should probably mention that too. But hey, since we've all played it.
Now, I don't think this is fully released per se yet, but it's been quite fun when we played it, and has quite a bit of content in it so far.
Yeah, there's
Art style's nice, solid. It's a good game.
I would say there's 3 characters in it now, right? Or is there? Yeah, 3, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, for now 3, yeah.
And they've added more bosses, and they added more like side things to do stuff. You know, even at its basic level, like when we first got this game, it was still enjoyable then. So whatever they add is just icing on the cake. So I agree with Ray in that sentiment, 100%. If you got, I would not recommend soloing the game probably, but you know.
I mean, if you want a challenge, that'll definitely provide you some challenge, but it's definitely a lot more bearable and fun with friends.
Yes. All right, what do you got, Murmich?
Well, I'm kind of surprised nobody's mentioned this yet. Hypercharged Unboxed.
Oh yeah, again,
That was-
yet another.
It was either that or Gunfire, my choice.
You guys are taking all my
Actually, yeah, I think
all
I
my
have
picks.
another. I have another honorable
Sorry,
mention
but
No, it's all right.
for you. And it's one that me and Ray
fun
played.
game.
I mean, hey, if we want to do honorable mentions until we're out of lists, then I could keep going for another few minutes.
Ooh, they added a third person perspective to the game now.
Oh hell yeah!
Mhm.
I'm fine with that. I dig it. I like both perspectives.
I think that
either
fits.
way.
But yeah, very, very fun game.
Oh yeah, really fun. I am actually a fan of tower defense games.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write a lot of these down. In like the last couple weeks of the month, we'll have to go back and revisit these before the end
yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Definitely. It's been, a lot of these have been updated too, so there's a lot of new stuff we could look at.
Oh yes.
of the year. All right, I'll
This
write.
is one of those
I'll write
things
that down.
we do need to play before the
Yeah, I'll write it down. Between that and Gunfire Reborn, we need to revisit those.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. But I agree with that one, Merch. Good job. Okay. Mine next one is kind of like a 2 in the same genre thing again, but
I have a twofer. Let's go.
yeah, it's gonna make it quicker. Neon Abyss.
That's actually on my list.
They took 2 of mine. I could take one of yours.
Fine.
Yoink.
It's
Now-
only fair.
I
Now-
can't believe this isn't actually on your list.
You guys are gonna be surprised at what's on my list. Fair.
I play a little bit of this.
But this game is amazing. Like the amount of wacky
Oh my
shit you can do with it.
And
Yeah.
they've updated it since its release, and they added so many quality of life things. Oh my goodness.
Now, actually, this is I would say my second favorite game of this type this year. Because the other game, I actually enjoy a little more, but I think I'm the only one who's played it. Which is Scourgebringer.
Is that
That sounds familiar. I remember. Was this earlier in the year?
Yep,
Tim did stream it once.
yep.
Oh yeah.
Once.
This is more of like a mixture of Neon Abyss, but with a mixture of like Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. What's that really hard platforming game I mentioned earlier? Man, I hate when I have brain farts like this. The one where you have to climb up the mountain, Ray.
Oh, Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
Celeste.
so it's got like a mixture of Celeste and Neon Abyss.
Okay, actually, have you played this on stream?
No, I played it on
Played it on Discord. Yeah, he streamed it in Discord.
Okay, I probably might have missed that. There's another game that you played on
But this-
stream.
But this game is crazy. Like, it's fast, it's furious, it's...
It's quite dashing, in fact.
Yes. Here, I'll show actual gameplay real quick. But yeah, it's more of like this. You basically can dash and jump and pivot everywhere.
Yeah, I remember now. I remember seeing it on Discord when you played it then. There's that other game.
Overwhelmingly positive.
There's that other game with the skull.
But, yeah, Neon
Interesting to
Abyss
see if Tim mentions that.
Good thing I don't remember the name of it.
I think I remember what it's called.
But yes, that's definitely, this is the end of my honorable mentions. But yeah, I love this game this year. So, all right, up
Yeah,
to
I
you
probably
guys
have-
to finish it out.
I probably have one more.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if Tim. I'm not sure if would you mention Fantasy Star Online 2, Ray? If not, then I guess I would.
I have been planning on mentioning it. I'm not quite sure where I'm putting it though. So
All right. Well, I will just say the
Go
Coma
ahead.
2 Vicious Sisters. It's definitely improved from the other game. There are more environments, and some of the things you have to do to get past a certain area. You have to like know exactly what you need. If you don't, you actually like lose health permanently. It's like a risk reward thing. I'm like, oh holy shit! Do I risk getting this piece of an item just so as I could protect myself from losing a piece of my health permanently, or do I just say go and stick with it and risk losing that piece of health, knowing that that I will be able to take less damage from here on out? But yeah, the pacing is great. I have not finished it yet, though. But I should really try to finish the goddamn first game. I'm so close, though. I'm near the end of the game. It's just that I don't like getting chased. I hate it. But that's why I like these horror games, though. They give you that feeling of anxiety and being followed.
So he hates it, but he loves it at the same time.
Yes, it's like a love-hate relationship with the whole anxiety of being chased. Knowing that they're as fast as you. You can outrun them, but if you're quick enough, you can maybe hide faster than they can reach you. So you've got to know the hiding places. And unlike the first game, though, the second game doesn't. I don't think the second game actually shows you where the hiding spots are, so you have to memorize them.
Wow.
Thankfully, the level design does change a little depending on how deep you are into the other world or whatever the hell it was called. But it's a pretty cool concept. Yet again, it's it's Korean horror game, and I'm a fan of Asian horror games. I fucking love them. They
You
hit
don't say.
horror themes better than anyone else, and I mean that. And there you go. That's my thoughts on Coma 2.
All right. So what else? Who else has got honorable mentions left? You got one right?
I think I'm going to use this slot. I want to put an honorable mention to all of the games that have come to PC this year that I've played.
Yeah.
Halo Master Chief Collection, Persona 4 Golden, Journey, Disgaea 4. Let's even throw Phantasy Star Online 2 in there. We've had a lot of great games kind of almost pop up out of nowhere.
That's true.
Outer Worlds as well.
That was 20. Was that the beginning of this year?
Yeah, for Steam, yes.
Oh, for Steam. Okay.
All right, in that case, we can say for Satisfactory as well, because that came to Steam this year.
Satisfactory, yes.
The reason I didn't put stuff like on that in there because it still counts.
No, I hated it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it in my list either. I changed one game for my best games list though that came out this year, and I'm shocked none of you have mentioned it yet. Please don't fucking steal it from me.
Okay, so
We'll see.
so Murmich, you got any more for your honorable mentions? Okay, so you know what time it is, and I'm going last for this fucker. Murmich, what's your number 5 on your top games of the year?
I'm sorry, Silver, but Phasmophobia.
Dang it, that's one of them.
Well, that's fine. It could be.
You guys, we can have overlap.
Yeah, you could.
We've both put over 55 hours, 58 hours into this game so far, and I still keep playing.
It's
wanna
fun.
All right, so this is number 5. Okay.
So much fun. It really is.
The fact that you can do VR and not VR and with other people is so much fun.
Right? Not everyone has to have VR to be able to experience it as as fully as you can. You can have like 2 people in VR, 1 person in VR, 3 people in VR, everyone in VR. It doesn't matter. You can all play the game regardless of what system you play it on, I guess.
Oh,
And
and it
it's-
can be absolutely terrifying when you get an
Oh, yeah.
aggressive ghost. Oh my goodness.
Remember the printed prison? We had that shade that.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
word, the shade that killed Tim and then chased us for like 2
least aggressive
red
ghost in
times.
the game, quote unquote.
I actually walked into the fucking room and I took a picture of it in the freaking dark.
You
I-
somehow
I-
managed to get that. That was amazing.
You know what's hilarious is I thought this was going to be way higher on your guys' list.
Oh, it for me, it's like on my 3. It's 3 on my list.
Well, we'll get there when we get there, Silver. You get there.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're not
Sorry,
going.
Mitch.
We're not on 3. we're on
Three's a good number, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. All right, Silver. Then what's your 5? What's your 5?
Memich only said his first one first. What's
I-
your
I
other
said
one?
We're going 5, 5, 5, 2,
Yeah.
4, 4,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
So my 5th game, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, okay. That's
They've
fair.
improved it hugely since they released on PC. And besides, since it did come out on PC specifically this year, I'm allowed to put it on there.
Yeah, it is because it's a port.
On PS4. Yeah, even though I already finished on PS4, I played through the entire game over 200 fucking hours. My lord.
Hey, Silver. Since it's been like 4 months, am I allowed to finally stream it now, and you won't ignore it?
Hey, no, as I said, I already played through it.
I know,
so
but I'm
go
saying
ahead.
you said you wouldn't watch me if I did it right away because you didn't want to be spoiled. So I waited.
Right ahead.
And you know what? In my opinion, I waited because
Of course, man. Don't worry about it, dude.
yeah,
I appreciate it, though.
yeah, like there's certain games I understand people don't want to be spoiled about, but in this case, it was a benefit for me because I wanted the game to be perfect. When I played it, instead
Oh
of
yeah, for sure, man. Because because of how big the world is, how much like in combat situations you can get into, and how the machines move. You need to have like a great frame rate to be able to like choreograph their attacks. Because you need to learn what to dodge the exact right moment, lest you get destroyed.
Yeah, when
'Cause
you-
the machines can kill you in seconds.
well, let's just all agree on one thing: when the frame rate isn't right, it screws up your whole entire experience, regardless.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like you don't ever want to be able to play something and then have it just not function properly, especially games where you have to be technically accurate. That'd be like a game like Celeste not running properly and you die 5 billion times.
And that
Yeah.
would suck.
Where you have to have that like pinpoint accuracy and
Reflexes, especially, yeah.
All right, so what's your number 5, Ray?
I'm gonna go with Cloud Gardens here. I really enjoyed this. It was a relaxing game that just looked great, and they've been putting out more and more content for it. So I haven't actually gone back to it. I should touch on it again once I have some time. And it's kind of a puzzle game, but it's not really that difficult. But it just looks great. The art is wonderful, and it's just real relaxing and fun to play.
Yeah, it looks it. I remember you talking about this before.
Mm-hmm. This was my review game 1 month.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you thought so highly of it, man. Like, that's kind of the benefit of doing this podcast, right? Is like even if you pick a game that you normally wouldn't get to like review, it opens you up to new experiences you normally wouldn't have.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't always stay in your own lane. If you don't experiment, then you don't learn anything. And believe me, when you hear my list of games, you'll understand why I say that. But all right.
That'll be fun.
So, my number 5 is Carrion.
Oh,
Makes sense.
considering you're the only one that played it out of all 4 of us.
Yeah.
Was it on Game Pass?
Yes.
Yes.
Shit, I could have played it. Oh well.
Yes.
I
Carrion was a fucking blast to play as a monster that haunts people.
Right? It's a breath of fresh air, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, it was.
It really is.
I had a blast playing it. I had it.
Instead of being chased, you are the chaser.
Exactly. I love, and I love the creepy story that they weave through the whole thing, as you find out how you became like this massive just blob of a beast.
And flesh.
Yeah, like
God.
yeah, the same. But you slowly find out what the fuck happened, right? And the way they do it with those like really eerie cutscenes and stuff, it's very nicely done. Like so, there's nothing pushy about it. There's nothing really over the top. It's just a really like it has like an 80s feel to it. Like I am a giant monster. I will destroy you, and then like here's a little bit of story, but then here's coming back to destroying more people.
Yeah, it reminds me of The Thing.
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
does.
And Carrion was fucking incredible. That's why it's number 5 for this year. All right,
Man, I would love an animated movie of that game.
all right. So we are up to number 4. What is number 4? Yes, it is.
You go first, or was that?
Yeah, Merman.
I'm
Merman
probably
first
going to
last
steal this off of at least 2 of your lists. Among Us.
Oh damn! I actually don't have it on my list for.
I don't have
yeah,
it. I don't have it on my list at all
Really?
because it's from 2018.
I was gonna say, if this were gonna get an award, I would say most surprising comeback award.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
But
You
no,
should
I'm
get
not. No, I'm not going to bash you for it because it became popular this year. But when I think
And
of,
they're updating it, so
but when I think about games of like the year, I think of games that came out this year. That's the worst.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like this game came into prominence this
But
year.
I figured we'd mention it. At the very
bas-
least.
it basically did release this year just from the amount of people playing it alone.
Yeah,
It's understandable, considering it.
I can't believe this game was around so long before people noticed.
I
it.
know,
I
Right?
had
Like-
no idea this game had existed.
You
Same.
would have thought that people would have immediately jumped on this game the second they found out about it, which they did
Right?
But it took them 2 years to do it.
somehow.
Indeed, but I'm glad it exists. I really do. I am.
Yeah, and
Even though
they,
I enjoyed it, and I'm an anti PvP gamer. I will admit that I'm anti PvP.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
this game is just goofy, wacky, murder your friends fun.
now can I say that is this game more PvP or is this game more co-op?
I'd say co-op.
It's more co-op. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
I was
more-
gonna say like you're really just like teaming up with either you're
Asymmetrical PvP more than anything.
yeah, so like it's either you're working with the crewmates or you're just a guy who's screwing with the crewmates. I mean, PvP would be like if you're attacking each other. The other people in the match can't do anything. They're just trying to do their task, and if you attack
Yeah,
them,
it is.
In this case,
co-op.
Unfortunate Spaceman is more PvP than this.
Yeah,
since
it
you
is.
can actually kill your allies by shooting them.
yeah, it is 100%. All right,
Exactly.
all right. So Silver number 4.
Risk of Rain 2.
Ooh,
Did anyone
It's a
have
good
that?
one.
Did anyone
I
have that on their
did not.
games
I
list?
completely forgot that was this year.
Holy shit, Ray.
2020's been a fucking weird year.
It's been a wild ride,
That's what
okay?
happened.
Forgive me for forgetting a few things.
This year, I finished it by myself. And my god, the journey to get to that last level. Eraser like teased me a little with it, but didn't tell me anything. And didn't tell me what I was going to experience. And those last 2 boss battles, oh my goodness. They were
Yeah,
fucking
experience,
intense.
all right.
Holy shit. And then when the credits rolled, I was like, wow.
Even though, no matter how much I like this game still would have been an honorable mention for me.
It was
I
so much
I
better
should
than
have
the first game.
at least mentioned it.
It was so much better than the first game. I've played and finished both games now, at least once.
Well, what I love about
I
this
love
is they
too.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, right?
Like, first game was really popular. People loved it. you know,
Oh,
2D platforming, really hard, roguelike, all that. And then suddenly it's like, hey, by the way, we're making a second game. Oh, by the way, it's also 3D. You what?
By the way, Gearbox is basically going to let us give away a free copy of the game with everyone purchased at launch.
It was just nuts.
Yeah, I got my key from Soviet. Soviet literally gave
I
me
remember that.
his extra key.
Those reviews speak for themselves.
Yes, they do.
It is an amazing game.
Yes, it is.
It's an amazing co-op game, especially.
It is a very, very cool game.
And the classes are pretty awesome too. They have they work in such different ways. None of them are the same. None of them play the same. They all have their own abilities, powers, skills. They all work very differently. They all move differently. They act differently. You know, they have their,
Function differently.
they have their own uses. Yeah, they function differently. Exactly. And it's just an amazing game.
No two run is going to be the same.
No.
Yeah, exactly that too, Ray. I'd give this game a fucking 9.
Yeah. All right.
Goddamn 9. Hands down. This is one of the best games.
Yeah. Now get on Risk of Rain 3.
Oh my goodness, what's that going to be?
Indeed, man.
They've already gone 3D. What next? VR?
Yeah, VR.
And before we move on to the next, you know, three for me was Phasmophobia.
Okay.
Just to
Okay.
about that.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So what's your number 4, Ray?
My number 4. Filament. Filament was a real fun puzzle game that came out, and it seemed very unique. It's got a great style. Again, very challenging puzzles. Definitely not easy. There were easy ones, but the further you get in, the harder it gets.
Oh yeah, I remember this one too. Okay.
Yeah, I again did not get terribly far through the story or any of that, but it was very entertaining as I played through it.
I like that we do a bastard hard game.
No, Ray just likes puzzles.
I like puzzles.
Yeah.
Puzzles are
They
fun.
are very fun.
He would do great in Immortals Phoenix Rising. I can tell.
Oh, probably. I
sorry.
do have to admit, Tim, sometimes when you're playing puzzle games, I'm sitting there going like,
Hey, it's fair.
I don't want to say anything.
It's fair, man. It's fair. Puzzles are
Totally understandable.
puzzles aren't my best genre. I like games like it, but it's not my best.
And yeah, and
Not your strong suit.
Yeah, exactly.
kind of where I don't play puzzle games in front of people. I'm like, no.
You know, listen, Silver. As a streamer, sometimes I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and fucking struggle through shit. No, it's,
Hey, I'll like see you finish off the puzzles in White Day. Some of them are a little confusing.
But yeah, I like the polish and the work that was put into this, so I think it's worth a slot for.
all right. So speaking of kitty games that we were talking about earlier, my number 4 is kind of a kitty game.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah,
It's already been mentioned.
no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No?
Shantae and the Seven Sirens.
That makes sense.
If I owned it, I would have and played it. I would have bought it up.
I love.
Yeah.
Can I ever mention I love Way Forward? I do. I love the art style they do with everything. Because remember, they're also the ones that made River City Girls as well. But no, actually, the game's really, really fun, and they tightened up a lot of the stuff from Half Genie Hero, which is the last game in the series. And there's a lot of transformations, a lot of options you can go through. It's a beautiful game. It's fun. You know me with platforming, and yeah, it was a very, besides Angry Video Game Nerd, it was probably the best platforming experience I had like all year. And there's not a lot of platforming games out there, like pure good platforming, like side-scrolling stuff anymore. So, I don't care if it's fucking a genie game or not. They're fun. So, and the boss battles in Shantae are always incredibly fun. You know, beyond maybe the levels being a little more on the cutesy side, the boss battles are always amazing. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So Shantae and the Seven Sirens. It feels like it came out a decade ago, but yeah, it's in 2020.
It's only been 5 goddamn
2020, 10 years packed
10
into one.
months.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Silver's already said his, so we're only going to go with Mermich, Ray, and I on 3. And this is where things get kind of weird for me. But go ahead, Mermich. What do you got for 3?
The Henry Stickmin collection.
Oh, gee.
Am I not surprised?
I'm surprised this wasn't number 1.
Yeah, I was surprised. Since you didn't mention it in your honorable mentions, I was like, yeah, it's on this list.
No, Henry Stickmin collection is fun. Don't get me wrong.
It is
I love the humor.
amazingly fun. They remastered all of the previous 4 Stickmin games for this. It's just wacky, hilarious Stickman fun with references to anime, different video games, just all sorts of wacky, fun stuff. And of course, it's got Charles in it.
It's an awesome plan.
I played this as well, not on stream but off stream. And played it with my son. We had a blast with it, so I can agree with him that it's very fun.
In fact, I remember watching Jack play the original game way back in the day.
All right, Ray,
Oh, yeah.
what's your number 3?
So much fun.
Dragon Marked for Death.
Oh,
Of course. Even though I haven't gone as far as you guys, but yeah.
I actually didn't put
enjoyable.
spoilers. I didn't put it on my list at all.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Neither did I, Tim.
Naughty, naughty,
No,
gentlemen.
you know why I didn't though?
Possessed the power
Because I don't feel like
dragon.
I've actually put enough time into it and learned enough about the
That's
additional
fair.
content that I haven't like.
However,
But it's a very good game.
It is a very good game. It looks nice, well polished. There's a lot of content in here. You can play this for a long time. Just ask AirRaiser. He's played it for how long? I have no idea.
I could tell you.
As the dragon blood class.
It's not important. I did actually try out the unlockable classes a little bit. They are pretty unique and different. But every class is pretty unique and different, so you have a variety of ways to experience the game. With friends or without.
It's only got 283 hours in it. He's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, he got his money's worth.
Oh yeah.
Even I will say, with as little time as I put into it, that even I will say that it is actually fun. Legitimately.
It's on Switch too. Of course, you don't get the DLC for free on Switch, whereas you get the DLC on PC, including the base game. So probably PC is better. But
I'm glad I decided to pull the trigger and buy this. But yeah, at full price, I was very apprehensive, so I'm glad I picked it up on a sale. But it's still worth it even at full price after playing it. But not knowing a lot about it before I bought it, I felt like I was taking
understandably apprehensive.
Yes. But how many co-op side-scrolling games are there like? Yeah, how many games are like this? Not very many.
I can't really think of many off the top of my head.
Indeed, neither can I.
From short range to long
So it's definitely one of the best of its genre this year alone.
warrior uses the dragon
Very enjoyable.
to deploy
Yeah.
A lot of content.
And of course, you like this guy, Art, then this is right up your alley.
Agreed. Alright, so this is where things get weird on my list. Number 3 is Troubleshooter Abandoned Children.
Really?
I actually have that, but I have not played it yet.
Remind me, Tim, did you get the chance to play this on stream? I can't remember. I know you
No,
tried to
this is
schedule it, like,
this is
once
the
or
one
twice.
I didn't.
Yeah, this is the one game he did not play on stream. I know.
So, this is 1 part XCOM, 1 part visual novel.
And all parts anime.
It's kind of why I got it. I love hybrids.
So you play as a group of characters known as the Troubleshooters, and it's XCOM but against like gangsters, I guess you would say. Yeah, vigilantes, and you can develop like basically superpowers based on the choices you make and the perks you get. So instead of shooting guns, you're like shooting fireballs. Or there's some people that have guns or melee attacks or, you know, normal stuff. But on the other hand, you can do like wind attacks or ice attacks or and the fucking characters themselves are amazingly funny, quirky, and everything else. The only thing is, I would warn anybody, is that the game is not dubbed in English.
It's Korean.
Yeah, it has you have English as like your text, but
Sometimes, yeah.
yeah, but the game is not dubbed in English.
Voice.
Yeah,
No English voices.
As long as it's got as long as it's got subs.
it does.
Yeah, the entire interface is also in English, so have no fear about that.
Good.
But it is a very Western version of XCOM, but with
Even though it's made by a Korean developer.
but it's very cool because the in between the missions is where you do like the visual novel stuff, where you like go through, you know, your house and look through things, and if you pick the right choices, you'll pick up perks that you can add to your character before you go into the next mission. Or you can decide to sleep and rest and get yourself perks so you can go into the next mission. So it's kind of like, it gives you an in-between missions part where you can make life choices that make little impacts on the game as well. And the actual turn-based gameplay of the game is very reminiscent of XCOM, but with a slight twist, I would say. Like, it's
Not so serious.
it's not so serious, and the powers and the range of abilities with all these characters they have in there are very fun. So I would say that even if you don't like visual novels so much, if you like turn-based combat and you don't mind reading subs, which I know you guys don't, but you get my point, is this game is still, they update it every week. They work on it all the time. It has an amazing roster of characters, all with crazy personality, and it's made by a very indie dev that did a incredible job creating a lovely hybrid of genres. So I picked this up yet again right at the same time I got Dragon Mark for Death, and yeah, I ended up liking this game only slightly more because I played more of it. But I really enjoyed it, and if anyone has the notion to try something a little more experimental in the XCOM genre, I could not recommend the game any more than that. So
Indeed.
that's my number 3.
Nice.
All right, Mermich, we are up to number 2.
You stole my number 2.
I did?
You stole Neon Abyss from my number 2 spot.
That was an honorable mention. It wasn't even on
For
my.
you?
Yeah. Okay. Then why are you mad?
Rich has been enjoying Neon Abyss so much. I cannot tell you how many times he's streamed in Discord now.
No, it's fine though. Just because, like, I don't remember Silver yelling at you because it was his number 3.
Phasmophobia, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least it got mentioned in like the top 5 areas. For you, this was an honorable mention. For me, this is my number 2 spot. I love this game to bits.
All the little bits of all the little monsters he shot in the
amount
game.
of crazy randomized builds that you end up with just because of the fact of, like, since each run is different, like, and after each run you get more points to unlock even more items to create more randomized builds, and it's just fun. You get to explode stuff, you create wiggly waggly lasers. As I was showing off before this podcast, actually.
Yeah, twin.
He's addicted.
But it is so much fun. I'm terrible.
Mermich,
I'm terrible at the different things, but yeah.
Mermich, if even though we don't agree on where they sit on the list, we both enjoy the game, so I think that's all that really matters.
Of course.
Yes, I've been having a blast since its release with this game.
Awesome. All right, so now we are down to Silver's number 2. Who does number 2 work for? Yeah.
Destroy all humans.
Oh, really?
There's another good one, actually.
I played the original PS2 version back in the day, and man, the remake. It was exactly what a freaking remake or a re-release or whatever the hell you want to call it should be. Just like the original Resident Evil remake way back in 2002, just 5 years later. I mean, the graphics were like improved immensely. The action pretty much stayed the same. The voices were just the same, but with better quality. I mean, I couldn't quite tell the difference because back then I wasn't, listening to games with headphones. Back then, didn't use headphones at all. Just commanded the speakers from our TV. But man, it was such a ride, such a really fun experience. And I played through the whole freaking thing. No doubt that you did as well, Tim.
Yep.
Yeah, of course you did. Especially the last boss fight was insane. I swear, I hope they freaking do too. Please.
Oh, I imagine they will.
Considering how well they did this one, I can't see them not doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. Back in the day, 2 did not sell as well as the first game. I know that for a fact. But it just had better experiences. It had more weapons. It had more hilarious moments, and there was more characters, especially the chick you meet in the second game. Oh man, that game, and especially when you go to China. Oh my god!
But you know what the thing is like for me, this game is very good. I'm just explaining. We both played it, and he put it on the list, and I didn't. The only reason I say that is because I played so many fucking games this year, right? That this game, I love the game, and I love the original game. But I just like you did with Resident Evil 2 last year, if you remember correctly. I try not to put collections or remasters on a list, but I get it why this would be your number 2. I do. But
Remake 2 was so different from the original. That's why, of course.
Oh no, it's fine. Fine.
I know, but of course that doesn't fly with this game because it almost is the same, but visually it's different. I mean,
Visual upgrade.
It may play the same, but it's visually different. It shows the entire mission progress is exactly the same as the original, but I think that's why it still has its charm because it just is an improved version of the original, and it finally came to PC because I'm pretty sure the original was not actually on PC.
No, it was console only.
So I guess that's kind of why it kind of deserves to be on some list at least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And for me, it was on my best 5 games of this year.
I think Steam would agree with you. Overwhelmingly positive again.
Hey, see, we're picking actually good games.
Of course.
Oh, I would wait till number 1 and pick the worst game. It's gonna be great.
Oh, okay. I will shock you all and surprise you.
My number 1 game of the year is Rune 2. No. But
You played us the whole time.
yeah, I've been playing the long con. Number 2 is Fallout 76. No.
I only played the beta of that, and it came out last year, so I can't say.
All right, Ray, what is your number 2?
Well, there's another game that released 1.0 this year, and that would be Factorio.
Yes. That actually got its full release this year, didn't it?
Yes. Factorio has been in a long development cycle, but they've finally gone full release with it.
8 years ago.
And if you need to waste time, there is no better game than Factorio. You can spend hours playing this game and not even realize it.
A game full of machines.
Oh, yeah.
And that's before you even start putting mods into the thing. There is a heavy modding community keeping this game brand new and fresh for probably years.
Wow, there is so much to this game.
Yeah, you can. I love that trailer there because it shows you exactly how long the development cycle's been. It has gone through so much.
Just like Starbound. It's a shame we weren't doing the podcast 4 years ago.
Right?
And yet again, I believe Steam agrees.
Oh yeah, Steam will most definitely agree with that one.
Only 83,000 overwhelming positive reviews.
The people speak their minds, and for this kind of game, it's an honest opinion. Not like those people that bash other games just because. Anyway, moving on.
That's my favorite, when people bash games for no reason.
It just gives me something to laugh at.
All right. So my number 2, because I'm fucking weird, is Star Renegades.
I wouldn't say that's weird. Again, I do recall you enjoying this quite enthusiastically.
Yeah, you did stream this game like once, I think.
Yes, during a 12-hour.
I'm surprised you didn't do it during the second 12-hour experience. Get a bit more experience with it. I thought you would have.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's played some off stream as well.
Yep. Game Pass game, baby.
Hell yeah.
I still have it installed now.
Yeah, to be honest, the Game Pass is a great way to try out games, and if you like them enough, I would probably buy them.
It's turn-based combat, which I like.
Like Spiritfarer. I should have mentioned Spiritfarer in one of my honorable mentions. I fucking didn't I?
I love the system they have for the knockback system, where you can knock them out of turn. Once you learn how to use that system, combat becomes so much easier. I love how the fact that every time you revive, you go to a completely different dimension. I love how it kind of has a nemesis system light, that by losing to somebody, one of the commanders, you can actually make them up in rank. So you have to face them in a different dimension as a more powerful version of themselves.
Just to add insult to injury.
Yeah, I mean, it literally has like a light version of the nemesis system, which is incredible. And they're adding new stuff to this game all the time. There's new characters, new areas to go through. They've added new weapons to the loop. They've added new enemy types to the loop, and that's just since I played it like a month and a half ago. And my game didn't get the overwhelmingly positive reviews that you guys did on Steam. But for me personally, this game is definitely the second best game I've played all year.
Overwhelmingly positive, clearly.
Yes.
And hey, it's totally fine. It has very positive. That's still a great sign.
And you know what? I can look down here, and at least it got 9s and 9.5s from from companies that I actually reviewers I actually give a shit about.
Game's pretty spotty with their reviews.
Now we're down to number 1.
What is
Oh,
the
boy.
all-time best game of the year for each of us?
Oh wait,
I
but
wonder what mine is.
Nope. Hold on a second. Before we start this, any guesses what the other person's is?
I already know what Silver's is.
Well, you guys cheated then.
No. No, he didn't tell me. I know what it is.
Okay, what is it?
Podcast chat.
Well, I'm not gonna ruin his reveal.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say just tell him what you think it is.
Doom Eternal.
Okay. What do you think? Does
that's a good guess.
Does anybody know what Murwich is gonna be?
I can't really guess.
Animal Crossing.
There you go.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That doesn't count. We're a PC gaming podcast.
aw.
What?
Oh, come on, Tim. We've
Come
done
on.
reviews for
It's game
non-PC games.
I know. I'm just busting his balls. But how the hell am I supposed to show Animal Crossing? I can't.
I just sent you a video.
Quick, humble bundle.
Yeah.
Do a game site? Go to
I just
game-
sent you a video for a timestamp. There you go.
No, it's fine. Just talk about why you like Animal Crossing and why it was the best of the year.
Okay, so if
But keep it under an hour though, please.
Yes.
That's all the limit you're giving him, huh?
It'd be around 400 hours of gameplay.
Holy shit, how much?
If that isn't a statement of how much I love that game, I don't know what is.
Looks at how much
Because
Pokemon Sword.
I
150? Fuck.
Oh my goodness. I love Animal Crossing. It is a labor of love that has been slowly brought to today over the 7-year period that it took between Animal Crossing New Leaf and Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Damn.
And the graphics are very, very pretty. And now I do have a few complaints just because
Of course.
because I'm an Animal Crossing fan. I've been around for quite a while.
The game is perfect.
As much as people like the music, I did not like it that much. I don't like the hourly music too much, but that's like the only thing I don't like. Like, I love all the new characters they brought to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like, basically giving new characters a chance to come forward rather than the older characters that, like the bug guy who's a chameleon. Now there's basically that chameleon's I think it's son now that has taken his place. Same thing with the fishing tourney guy. Same thing with Joanne, who was the turnip bringer lady.
Yeah.
Just they brought back a lot of older characters, which is absolutely amazing. They brought back Timmy and Tommy, Tom Nook. They brought back Gulliver because they can't get rid of Gulliver. And just
I was gonna say wow the amount of time Murmage plays until I looked over at the Switch and decided to look for myself. My daughter has 331 hours in since July.
yeah, I have played the game nearly every single day since its release.
Yeesh.
She always shows me how much she's in the hole and in debt, and I'm like, see, that should tell you.
I have
get in debt
already
in
paid
life.
off all my debt. I am completely beyond that.
She is like 62,000 in the hole.
How did you pay off the debt? I thought you couldn't.
You can.
Dedication.
You can.
Yeah, you can. They just make it a challenge.
They did up the cost that it actually takes to get out of the whole
My God.
money hole thing that they have, but
So
at the same time, it's not really a money hole considering it's a loan basically that you can pay off at any time you want. The only time you actually have to pay it off is if you want to expand your house.
All right.
So
So now we're cutting off Murmage because he's getting into the intricacies of the game and not why he likes it so much.
I am not. Now, another thing, like people love the multiplayer in that. I still don't think it's as good as New Leaf's multiplayer.
yeah, I could tell why. It's so limited.
Because the extent of the multiplayer is visiting each other's islands, and that's basically it. The rest of it is up to the players to make their own games. Now, that being said, there are players who have like made their islands specifically like actual like full game islands, which is really really cool. And the fact that they made a portal, basically this little computer screen that you can access every other person's in the world's custom designs that they've posted to it, is really really cool. So I was able to download quite a few really really cool designs that other people had made, which is what I love about the Animal Crossing community. So
Yes,
Yeah.
Silver, he is.
that is where I'm cutting myself off, because otherwise I will go on and on about how much I love the game.
Okay, cool.
And we'll be here all night.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Yes.
weren't going to be my time. I'm shocked.
No. I'll
Silver,
give
Silver,
the
you
time
have
to fun.
you are an extensive breed of talker, sir. You-
This time, I'm only going to give you like a sentence or two. That's
okay,
it.
because you only have to. All right,
I
Silver, what's your number one?
Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
Knew it.
Nah, just kidding. It's Resident Evil 3.
yeah, right.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't believe that, except you've already ran it on Resident Evil 3 enough.
You can remember 6 months ago. 6 months. I can't believe it's been 8 months ago. Excuse me. Excuse my dirty mouth. 8 months ago, yeah. I gave it shit. But Doom Eternal,
Doom Crossing.
fast
Rip and
paced.
tear.
It fast paced. Yeah, it was
Rip and tear.
one of the best shooters I've played this year, hands down. The combat is fast and fluid. The weapons are amazing to use. They have impact. I fucking love Doom Guy. The fuck the Marauders and screw the platforming. There's too much of it. I don't care what I'm saying. There's too much fucking platforming. The music. The music. Oh my fucking lord, the music. I want to get the soundtrack. Oh, right now.
I can listen to it on Spotify. Actually, I have before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too. Me too. It's just.
Oh yeah, I have.
It's just I heard that id Software or some of the marketing people fucked up with the soundtrack, and it was such a damn shame. And then, fucking hell, who did the soundtrack anyway? I forgot his name. I can't believe I forgot his name. Why? Fuck. Well, unfortunately, he's not working with id Software because of them fucking around with him, and you know, like, it's such a damn shame.
They both fucked up in that scenario.
And then id Software had to fucking put in Denuvo. Why the fuck did you do that, you idiots? And they took it out at least, but aside from that, all that shenanigans and all the controversy,
Mick
whatever,
Gordon.
that's it. Yeah, Mick Gordon, amazing freaking musician. Fucking love the guy. Great composer. But yeah, that's why Doom Eternal is my game of the year.
Woo!
So intense, man.
That's a big surprise, Silver. Hold on, I'm shocked. Okay,
And Tim, play it on Game Pass when it comes to Game Pass.
it's already there.
Play it on Game Pass, man. You
Play it.
need to witness it. You need to experience it.
It's on PC Game Pass as well now.
Exactly.
Doom is
You've got
just
to experience
a
it.
great.
And don't worry about
Great
playing
game.
on difficulty like I'm Too Young to Die or
Yeah.
the next after, because that's what I played it on. I played on the second difficulty because I
It-
was not Ultra Nightmare.
Listen, I've got my Xbox Game Pass tier list right now. First is Haven, then Dragon Quest 11, and then Doom Eternal. So, believe me, it's on the list.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Because Dragon Quest 11 Definitive Edition actually just came out on Game Pass, so I've been looking forward to that for
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. There you go.
All right,
Not
so
gonna wait to play Doom.
Ray, what is number one?
It might be partially because it's so fresh in my mind, but I have been having way too much fun with One Step from Eden.
Oh, really? Wow, that's awesome.
I'm gonna put that on number one. And you know, it's too bad Dan isn't here because with Slay the Spire being Game of the Year that one night, we could really give him crap for, you know, this Game of the Year. Come on, Dan, get on it.
Oh man, right?
But it's not AAA.
But it's not AAA. What, Humble's not AAA enough for you? Come on.
Shall we clip that?
Yeah.
Just for Dan, maybe?
Yeah.
Might as well.
He never let me. No, he never let me. He never let me live that down because he's like an indie game for Game of the Year. Oh. He was like, it's a good game, but
But yeah, it's Slay the Spire, but more and different. It's got a lot of content. It looks great, and I've just been having way too much fun.
that's awesome though, and I can't wait to play it when I do get Humble Choice this month. I didn't get it last month because reasons. I didn't have the money, but I'm definitely getting it this month just because this game is on it, and plus also
There's too much good on it right now. Just past
yeah,
this month's up.
yeah, Humble Choice is really good this month. Especially with what was the other game that I was man. Okay, I'm gonna have to look. It's gonna drive me nuts.
What else is on there? Indivisible's on there. Darksiders 3.
Oh, that was Darksiders 3 was last month.
Huh? No, that's this month. Or was it?
Yeah,
Maybe it was
that
last month. That was last month. Never mind.
Children of Morta.
That one. Yep.
I have played that on Game Pass with my father. Really enjoyable. That first boss fight. Challenging.
All right, my number one should not be a surprise if you watched one of the 12-hour streams.
Oh, is it gonna be
Rashi!
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Not when he said 12-hour stream. I was like, wait a minute.
It is
There was something he was gushing
Raji.
about.
But also not surprised.
I played
We'll say
it.
that
I played this
storytelling-
game on a whim and loved it.
The storytelling was great. I love the whole puppetry.
I love
It has character, charm, art. It's very unique.
and I love the combat in the game. Like the almost like the acrobatic parkour, you know, mixed with the melee and bow combat and everything. And the bosses were great, the puzzles were fun, and the storytelling was amazing. And for something I played on a whim, incredible. That's all I can say. Like,
Talk about hitting the jackpot.
yeah, like
And it's really pretty.
yeah, it's incredibly well done. I know Mermits probably didn't see much of it, but
I was gonna say you wanted to finish this on stream, right? But you haven't finished. it on
yeah,
stream.
I haven't finished it yet. That's it. Unfortunately, it's like a lot of other things where I have a lot of intentions, but not enough time to fulfill all those intentions.
Okay.
But yeah, this is definitely game of the year. It was the biggest shock to me because, you know, I when I first played this, like I said, I did not have any real aspirations
High
for it.
expectations for it.
Yeah, yeah. But after playing it, it's my game of the year, by far.
Right.
But it's not even close, really, because Star Renegades is a roguelike, and it has a minuscule amount of story. The whole thing that brought me to Raji was the fact that the story was so enthralling, and like the mythology and everything surrounding it. And I even get Steam verification because it's got overwhelmingly positive.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually a nominee for a Game Award that we're gonna watch on the 10th.
Lovely.
Best debut game. All right, so now, hopefully this next one won't take as long because it's not really something super
Can I
in
mention
depth.
one last thing about Animal
Most
Crossing?
anticipated games.
No, no more about Animal
No,
Crossing.
we're done.
Is it the topic of most anticipated games of 2021?
Yes,
Okay, good.
I forgot to mention one thing.
go ahead.
Animal Crossing is going to continue to be updated until at least what we've been promised is 2022. So
Well, that's amazing. Then they'll come out with another one
no,
In 3 years
they're
after
adding
that.
events
for the Switch Pro.
they're
Switch
adding,
Plus.
they keep adding events and new items, and they listen to community feedback. And
All right.
it's
So,
really-
top 5 games of that you're looking forward to of 2021.
Go.
all right.
Whoever wants to go.
The medium.
The medium. Okay.
I'm actually gonna go in order of like release.
Should we skip the ones that we all have agreement on?
6 CDF World Brothers. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I've got Chris Tales
Halo
as well.
Infinite.
Halo Infinite, EDF6.
Okay, Halo Infinite's on
I've
mine.
spent my whole life
Yeah,
I don't
same
actually
here.
have them on
beyond
my
the
list.
edges
'Cause-
of our reality.
Yeah, I've heard trouble stories, but
Look, I'm looking forward to it. Doesn't mean I'm expecting it to be fantastic out the gate.
Yeah,
Of
I am
course.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, you can never guarantee what's coming out. So
Right?
Thing.
As for the medium, you know me, horror fan.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's not a triple I horror game. So there you go. It's like more like a double A, despite the quality being pretty damn good.
Xbox
Everybody
and
knows AA batteries are used more often anyway.
Well, yeah, it's also made by an Xbox
Thank
studio,
God.
isn't it?
Xbox and PC exclusive.
I was so
I also love the
Yeah.
the theme of it. You know, where you can travel
That
between
thing almost
two
got me.
realms. I like that aspect. It's
What
pretty
the
cool.
hell is it?
You don't see that very often.
Available on PC, game and day and date.
from
Yeah.
helplessness,
Was it January 21st? It's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
from rage.
It's 10% off until then. It's $30,
It ate all of them.
which surprises me.
All of my
Was it
friends.
35? I know that it's like
Couldn't get anyone
£25
left.
It's
Please.
okay.
in my
I'm
currency.
here now.
So I'm pretty sure it's like 30. I definitely can't wait for it though. I just love the whole aspect of being able to travel
won't let
between
it
two
hurt
realms
you,
at the same
promise.
time.
No.
I really wonder how that's gonna work.
Don't tell anyone.
It looks interesting.
Probably very horrifyingly.
Bring things here.
No kidding. No No kidding. I mean, to be honest though, I'm surprised it's coming to Steam at the same time as it's coming to everywhere else.
Well, Xbox is actually dealing with Steam now. I mean,
Which is nice.
Halo Infinite's coming to Steam on launch. Which will be
Yeah, and I appreciate that Microsoft is like, you know what? We just want to give games to everyone that supports our platform.
Well, they make more money that way.
Right?
Exactly. I mean, I get it that both sides have their exclusives, but
all right,
you only limit to the people that you sell on your platform to.
Who's up next?
Specific.
Whoever wants to go. It's either Ray or Mermich. Go ahead.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Well, now it sounds like my kids.
Come on.
No, they love Lego Star Wars.
I know it's such a great franchise.
The Lego games in general, I enjoy. I actually own quite a few, so I'm not going to talk shit about it.
Also, remember, if you don't want us to give you crap about playing kitty games, stop playing kitty games.
Yeah, I play shot.
Okay, look,
I'm
it's
kidding,
a Star
but-
Wars game. I played the first Lego Star Wars game for the GameCube, and I loved it. And now I see that they're remastering it. How could I not be excited for this?
Right?
We have one of the older Lego Star Wars games anyway. And I love Lego, so fuck it, right?
These will always be great games.
Indeed.
I'm from the Resistance.
So I want to warn you, if this podcast is still going on when my birthday starts in 45 minutes, Mermich owes me a present.
Where the hell up, man?
No, I just looked over and saw what time it was. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But technically, it wouldn't be my fault. It probably would be Silver's.
No, you had the longest speech of everybody, so it's
No,
automatically.
I did not.
You did.
Animal Crossing is God. Animal Crossing is life.
No, it's not.
All right. So who's next? Oh, Ray, obviously.
Let's see here. I looked at a list of games coming up, and I realized Origami 2 is on the list for next month.
Origami is
Origami.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys?
Origami.
Origami.
There it is.
Yeah,
You guys may have remembered an old stealth game.
Yes, yeah, I do indeed.
A while back. I
saw-
was not aware they were making another one.
Oh
Me neither.
yeah.
I did see. I think it was 8-Bit Ryan or
100 years
maybe
ago,
someone else play the game.
A
I
whole
don't remember who
clan
exactly.
disappeared.
Which is a shame, but yeah, I do remember
Like
the
shadows.
being in the first game, but I was not expecting the second game.
Right?
Intriguing.
Yeah, Origami's good. Well, the first one, I mean. I don't know if you can never tell if a sequel's going to be good or not, but you can always hope.
Well, considering what the first one was, this one looks pretty good. I can't see this one being too bad.
Better than that Cyberpunk 2077 trash. My God.
Right? Oh man. Oh.
It's the next anthem. It's the next anthem.
At least I'm the one that's not actually bringing it up at all.
The blazing fire of the enemy.
I've not spoken about it at all.
It's alright, we're gonna talk about it at the end anyway.
If you want, you don't have to.
Whole fellowship.
No, I'm gonna mention it as much as it needs to be mentioned.
Yeah, we still have our games this month, don't we?
Yep.
Comes out in 2 effing days. My word, 2 days.
No, but I'm interested. That I do like the first game in the series, so.
Yeah. I'm intrigued to see how it improves on the first game too.
Right.
That's always a big thing when it comes to sequel. It needs to improve on the first game's gameplay aspect or whatever in some way. If it doesn't, then I don't think you can call it. It wouldn't be worthy of a sequel. It'd be more like an expansion. Like there was.
It'd also be interesting to see what they do with the story too.
Alright.
There's definitely room there.
So
yeah, precisely. Continuation of the story, yeah, exactly.
So mine, I'm part of the Discord for this, and it has been confirmed that it's coming out spring of next year. So at least I can put it on the list.
Finally.
Finally.
I've been waiting. Fucking.
A lot of people
Product
have.
not yet
apparently.
rated.
There's a lot of really cool stuff coming out 2021.
I really want to freaking see what this game is really like.
And people don't know we are checking out Biomutant, which is definitely... I've been looking forward to this for a couple years now. But no, the devs are in their Discord, and they did mention that it's going to be first quarter 2021.
Alright, so they finally have some sort of definitive plan.
Yeah, they don't want to release a release date until the game's done.
Exactly, and that's always the smart thing to do. As much as it
Well, that's the problem. Is they said like they hated the fact that they put 2020 on there, and then like they just worked on it. They didn't really worry about it because they figured, oh, we'd be able to get it done sometime this year. But they're like, you know what? With everything going on, they just can't get it done.
And you know what? It means there's more room for improvement. They can improve the game, make it a more stellar release, like they want it to. Because remember, if this is your first game as a developer, you know what they say: first impressions matter, especially in game design.
But I'm telling you what, I'm glad that they are taking the extra time because it looks beautiful, and with the new hardware that's out for everybody, I think it'll be well worth the wait for everybody. And I'm not really even worried about how beautiful it is. I'm just more worried about the interesting concept around all of it.
The gameplay's got to be engaging. It's got to have its story, considering it looks like it has one. And the character designs as well are pretty cool too. Very colorful, and very different. Like
I just love the actual reliance on martial arts.
Hey, I'm a fucking huge fan of kung fu movies and martial art movies in general. And yeah, this is right up my alley, at least.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the character creator though, because I know that's a thing about the game. I can't wait to see that.
Okay.
People like character creators.
Oh, and the mutations. I can't wait to see why is it called Biomutant.
All right, so I only got 3 left now. What's another one from somebody?
Werewolf the Apocalypse. Roar. And you know me, I'm a huge fan of World of Darkness. Having played the original
Peggy 18.
VTMB, and loving the shit out of that game to the point where I've played over 300 hours of it. Even though it's a single-player game that has like 3 endings, but I played the hell out of that game, and I've not played any mods though, which is the funny thing. You'd think I would have by now, but no. I have not actually played any of the mods that are out right now. I still actually prefer the Vanilla Plus version of the game, as it would be called. But maybe one day I'll finally play like the Final Nights mod or the Camarilla mod or something like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having the aspect of a werewolf instead of vampire for once. I mean, it's been so long. And if you remember a game named Underworld from, the movie, you could only play as a vampire in that one. And I was like, well, why wouldn't we have either side? We haven't been really being able to play as a werewolf for a long ass time.
So February 4th, huh?
Indeed.
Silver's only had the chance to play out half of his Twilight Fantasies. Now he wants to play out the rest of them.
Yes.
Twilight Fantasies, Ray? I'm gonna kill you.
Don't worry, Kristen.
I probably deserve it. Don't worry.
Kristen Stewart isn't interested in men anymore, so you're safe.
I would mention VTMB 2, but
that's second half of 2021, but it still counts.
It's 2021.
I'm gonna save that for a little later in the year
and see if it actually comes the fuck out. Yeah.
And also to see if it actually lives up to its
well, this makes no guarantees of that. Just because I'm excited about something doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Exactly. Right? Because from what I heard, it. Yeah.
Hey, for all we know, EDF World Brothers might flop.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone got another one?
Of course, I got other ones. What else do you want me to say? Disguise 6.
That's getting a 6th game?
Yeah.
My lord.
They got a good thing going. They're going to keep pumping those out.
True, just like Final Fantasy.
Right? I mean, it's like Final Fantasy Tactics, but with more comedy.
How many games are in Final Fantasy now? What, 17, 18?
Too many.
What, main story? Main games?
The emergence of
Yeah.
the god of destruction.
Main games,
It's
Carries
14
death and
ish.
disaster in its wake.
How
No.
much does your throat
No.
burn when you say final part of Final Fantasy? That's how many games they
For
have.
its atrocities.
I know.
Countless
Well, there's
men
Final
and
Fantasy
women
16
have been
comes out
reduced
next
to
year.
nothingness by
Oh
its sheer
my
power.
goodness.
And
Is that
then-
on your list too,
Opposed to
Tim?
God's destruction.
No.
Okay, good.
Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
However,
And then
Yeah.
and then you have to remember there's 3 of 13, so that's 2 extra. And then there's one
There's 2 10s, right?
19.
Are we talking about spin-offs? What about the spin-offs?
with the god of
Oh
destruction,
god, then we're talking
We got
about 30.
tactics. How many tactics do we have?
2.
And then there's the crystal ones, right?
Yep, Crystal Chronicles. Yep.
There's what, 2 of those?
3.
Three of those. Okay, my
The
bad.
young zombie
Series
boy.
anyway, so. We're not including X1, X2. We're only including the real numbered games here, not any of the extras.
But yeah,
or
the
development.
Saga 6 looks good.
Pathetic zombie
Yeah.
defeated that
Sorry.
god
Yeah.
of destruction.
Get back, circle back around to the actual topic.
You really
Yep,
expect me
segue,
to
nice
give
segue.
some
This guy,
nobody
like
you
you like comedy, you like
longest
turn-based
forever?
tactics game. You're gonna love it.
This guy, man,
You're
this guy.
about to find out how this pathetic zombie
So-
managed to defeat
Alright.
the strongest god of destruction.
How about another one, Mermich? What do you got?
Thus begins the story of one zombie
Another
journey
one.
through super
Another one.
after super reincarnation.
Another one.
Deathloop, another one people have been looking forward to for a while, right?
Yeah, I love Arcane Studios. Don't get me wrong.
It's PS5 exclusive for a year.
Yeah.
It's PVE. It's PVEVP. Which is an interesting concept.
Oh, right, this was
It's
like the
just too
assassination game
cool
or
of a
something. Like,
freaking
I like the art style.
concept to not mention.
Yeah.
Is it funny that Xbox is gonna own a PlayStation exclusive for a year? I'm not even kidding. That's exactly how it works.
I know, it's so weird.
It's because they own Bethesda, which in turn owns Arcane Studios, and there you go.
yeah.
But they already signed the year-long exclusivity, so they're honoring it. So literally,
Yep. Which I think is the right thing to do. I don't think it would be right of Xbox to try and take that away.
but you know what the funny thing is if this game sells really well, Microsoft's gonna make a shit ton of money off of PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and it's
Which is the
and it's gonna be on
hilarious
Xbox
part.
right after that that year-long exclusivity, I'm sure.
because then you're saying, Sony, you do realize that Microsoft owns that studio that made that game.
Well, hell, if they decide to make Elder Scrolls multi-plat, then they're making it off every system.
Exactly.
That's why people are like, they should make it exclusive. Why?
No. That actually means less money.
Well,
Less availability of sales.
well, Xbox exclusivity doesn't really mean much because they release everything on PC now, so it's not like it just would be console exclusive.
Yeah, for them it'll be Microsoft exclusive, not Xbox exclusive.
Yeah,
It'll be exclusive
and
to
that's
them.
why everybody's like, PlayStation's better because they have more exclusives. You can't
That's
fucking
a bad
win. You can't fucking win.
I'd say, why does that fucking matter?
Because
Yeah,
people
I'm
want
sorry,
to.
I'm gonna say exclusives is a demerit to a console.
Yeah.
Not a
You know
not
what's
a.
funny?
Epic. Wait a sec. Epic exclusive bad. PlayStation exclusive good.
Okay. I personally think console exclusives do the developers a disservice because they don't give the game to everyone. It's just like to a select group of people. That's
Yeah,
what
but PlayStation fanboys are fucking incredibly terrible when it comes to that.
They are.
That's why when I say that I would rather own both fucking consoles than just one. That way, I get access to every game instead of just select few.
True.
I know that you can do that.
But at the same time, not everybody can
I know. I totally
own
understand.
that.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, definitely looks like a good game. Like a mix between Dishonored and
Yeah.
like sniper games.
Yeah, considering it is made by Arkane Studios, yeah.
Okay, my next one is Freedom Planet 2.
Oh, why am I not surprised?
It's a shame Mercedes not here to
Oh shit, that's not the right one.
Oops.
I was gonna say.
Freedom
Like,
Planet,
that's
the
what-
movie.
That's for the first game. That's a stream. There you go. Even if it
There
is
you go.
2019 trailer, but yeah.
Freedom Planet 2. Which is being developed by the same guy who produced Sonic Mania.
Nice.
Once he
That's
finished,
the way to do it.
Yep, he jumped on board with Galaxy Trail, so now he's helping make the next Freedom Planet game.
Hey, that means we'll have some pretty good.
When you got talent, you got talent. Use it in the right spots.
Yeah, and they've seriously taken their time with this because this announcement trailer got released on December 25th of 2015.
Yeah.
Almost 5 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, and it's almost done. It's almost done. I've heard from many people that it's almost done, but they want to make sure it's all done before they mention anything. Which I don't hate people for saying that. Like, I know people are like, hurry up and release the game, but you can only release a game once. Once it's out there, you can't take it back.
Tell that to the Bethesda, but okay.
It's like what I said earlier.
Tell that to Crow Team. Tell that to fucking a lot of other companies that are releasing games that weren't ready.
It's like I said earlier.
I was talking about them releasing games that they've released already, like
yeah.
Skyrim.
Oh, that too.
Grand Theft Auto 5 or.
All right, so I'm gonna do one more really quick because I did that one quick. Okay, this one I feel like is gonna be my favorite game of next year, probably, like, no doubt. Okay, I'm not gonna even lie. I feel like it's going to be.
I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing the trailer for this. Where did they show the trailer for this again? I can't
This
remember.
was the PS5 event.
Yeah.
Right.
Games show.
But it is coming to PC. So.
Yeah, I remember this.
Rightly so.
That was
But
really cool.
It's a fucking beautiful game.
When is the Game Awards this year?
Thursday.
Okay.
Later this week.
Yeah, remember we're doing coverage starting at 6:30.
6:30.
Wait, is that AM or PM?
PM.
PM.
I don't
Eastern time.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get a hold of me. Kidding. I'll be around. I'll try anyway. I'll try. Hide your weakness from me. No promises.
Well, that's wonderful.
That's Silver. What are you talking about?
That's true. That's true.
Have no power here.
How would it be the Game Awards without Silver?
I know, it would be so much less Irish.
Yeah.
It was around for last year's and the year before that, I think.
Exactly. That's why it's not the Game Awards without Silver. But no, I'm very excited for this game.
It looks great.
Those cute little footballs. They remind me of the Fuzzles from
and this is made by a very small studio. I mean, very small.
Look at how damn pretty that thing is.
And let me tell you, if they don't make merchandise, they are probably not going to make nearly as much sales as they could.
Yeah.
Because the little puffballs would sell like crazy.
They will.
I would buy one.
Listen, you just gotta ride him and call him a chocobo. You'd be fine.
Oh.
Alright,
No. Chocobo's trademark. It's totally not a chocobo.
Alright, so to get all mine out of the way, because I only got one more, is Atomic Hearts.
I have two more.
Or Atomic Heart, sorry.
Yes, I also have that on my wish list, actually.
Should we just save the two that we're most excited for the very end?
It's Roshan, I believe. And that's a game I'm looking forward to as well.
All excited for.
From the art, it almost looks like a Fallout kind of game, but better looking. With actual 16 times the detail.
Yeah.
And apparently Mick Gordon has done the music for it.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Looks like he's switched projects. Good. This game would need that kind of music, I suppose. It depends on how fast-paced the action is. We'll see.
I feel like any game Mick Gordon touches just somehow becomes
Look at
better.
that! Look at that fucking weapon.
I know. What the hell kind of gun
Looks
is
like
that?
a railgun or a coil gun.
That's what I mean. I love that aspect of it. It looks very steampunk kind of. But very Bioshock-ish, just on land.
Yeah, definitely. I can see the Bioshock in there.
Can't wait. I've been following this game for about a year and a half, maybe, give or take. I first seen it show up on the Steam games that were supposed to be coming out this year, but of course it got moved to next year.
Along with like 90% of everything else.
Indeed.
And probably for the better, honestly, because
I have quite
you know how game companies love to push things out too soon,
Yeah.
especially recently.
Like next year. It's just I can't remember a lot of them because there's just so many.
This looks so fucking unique.
Right?
It's different. I'll give it that. It's different.
Very futuresque. Yeah. What the heck was that?
This looks really cool.
Okay, those are some weird machines.
Those don't look like machines.
Those are some weird bugs.
Plant things.
What is that weapon?
That is so cool.
That looks
The buzzsaw.
straight
Hammer.
out. I don't mean to bring it up,
It's a
but
buzz mace.
it's like it's something straight out of fucking Fallout. Because
Yeah,
Fallout
no,
is a wacky weapon.
I think this is very Fallout inspired in one way or another.
But
It just looks way better.
But
It just actually has 16 times the detail and
Yeah.
I will
probably a
dispute
number of other better things.
Indeed.
Oh shit, you actually fight like cyborgs and shit? Alright. I'm sold even more now. I only saw the plant part.
It's definitely Fallout,
Yeah.
but better.
Alright, so what else you guys got?
Chris Tales.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Figured somebody would mention that.
Has like the most beautiful trailer of all.
Very cute.
As a child, I saw the future as a gift,
It's an interesting gameplay game.
full of dreams and hopes wrapped in infinite possibility. Until the day my world fell apart,
Guards, seize her and the shielded fellow.
and I truly learned to see. I've made my choice to stand tall in the face of tyranny. To shout no more as the strong prey on the weak.
Yeah, it's very beautiful art style. I'm more interested about what the actual gameplay is gonna entail.
To reclaim the future.
Well, they
from
mentioned
those who would
combat.
try to steal it
Yeah, it's
from
got
us.
like
Because then
very
It's like turn-based.
very hand drawn turn-based
is when
combat.
I choose to make it.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love the frog.
I don't know when it got pushed till, but yeah.
Alright.
Okay. What's next?
Skull and Bones.
Ah, yes.
Is this game actually still gonna come out?
It says it's coming out 2021.
21.
I have a special place in my heart for pirate games.
It's just this game's been in development forever.
Yeah, I totally understand there, matey.
What's the nearest one? Alright, I guess we can try that one.
Wait, no one else has Atomic Heart on their wish list? Why? Am I really the only one out of all my friends?
Well, I would, but you know, I don't wish list everything.
No, I only wish list games that I actually would play.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
The only thing that makes me nervous about this, Murmich, is that this game hasn't even been talked about since this demo, and that was 2 years ago.
It's
Yeah.
probably going to come out late 2021, so...
Maybe 2022, you never know.
Yeah.
It depends on what development's been like. But if nothing's been said, then you would wonder.
Yeah.
Just like
Still so
what was that other game they've had in development hell forever?
It looks really nice.
Deal powerful damage from every angle.
Yeah, it does look really nice. It basically looks like Sea of Thieves, but with more
Actually, highly
The winds are strong and the day is clear. That
Hmm?
means more
I completely, the word I was looking for completely left my mind.
Oh, okay.
quick score.
Oh, balls.
More detailed graphics, like much higher, not cartoony stylized. Instead, it's more realistic.
Yeah. Rare has that cartoony style with most of the things they do, so yeah, I get that point.
And hey, it works for Sea of Thieves. That's exactly what they needed it to be, and it gives it its own.
The water in Sea of Thieves is probably the most beautiful thing in the whole entire game.
That is true.
Deception is another tool in the pirate.
Like I could just get in a ship and just like drive around. That's probably the most enjoyable thing for me.
I tried to do that, and you guys know how that turned out.
Oh yeah, you installed the game afterwards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I know, because he can't handle anybody else
As
fighting.
beautiful as the water looks, the community does not look pretty.
The community is the worst I've ever been a part of.
But hey, they're pirates. What do you expect?
That's kind of true. Yeah.
You kind of read. It's the title says it all.
Yeah, pirates gonna pirate.
All right, Psychonauts 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want to catch your victim off guard.
Surprised nobody else has mentioned this.
I've never even played the first game.
It's been such a long time coming. Oh come on, Silver, you'd love Psychonauts.
Yeah.
It's a great.
You can get the original game for like 99 cents.
Oh, it's on Steam. Grab it. It's totally worth the price.
Definitely.
You may recognize the voice of the main character from your boss in Destroy All Humans. And of course, it is a Double Fine game.
Which means it's going to be wacky and zany.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins. Where are we?
It's a quiet place. Lost alone.
And it's got Jack Black singing in the trailer, so you know, that's a plus.
Just a
Of course it has Jack I mean, hell, Double Fine helped make his very first game. Brutal Legend.
Yes, they did.
Of which was a complete strategy slash RPG.
Alright, so do we have any more?
I do have one more.
Okay.
That's it for me.
I know. Yeah, plus we still have games for the rest of this month we have to go through.
Yeah.
Do you have any more, Rich?
Nothing other than EDF6.
Yeah, which
we're all EDF6,
Yeah.
EDF everything is
yeah
on our list. Obviously, anything else for you, Tim?
Nope, that's I put all mine out there.
All right. Well, of course, I'm excited for Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis.
Ah, yes. Well, I guess I'll throw myself with that one too. Because how I play freaking Phantasy Star.
Does that have a release date?
I don't think so.
I haven't heard anything.
I mean,
Is
I'm
this
sure
like-
it's going to be pretty early.
Is this a new game for it, or?
Yes and no. It is basically a new game, but it's also like
An extension.
the same game. Like they're not getting rid of the other one, and you can transfer characters between them, and it's complicated. So,
Okay. I might play this with you when it comes out.
I hope you do, because it looks like it's going to basically be similar to PSO2, but just new, like brought up to the newer graphics, newer systems.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
perfect time to do it now that you got your Western audience.
Yeah, now they've got the Western audience like officially hooked, so you don't have to use VPNs anymore.
Right. If we get hooked into this game, what's going to happen with the game? We probably might not want to play it.
Probably not. I would not be surprised if I decide to abandon the older one. It depends on how well this is and how quickly they can put out content for it.
That's gonna be the thing. That's gonna be the
That
thing.
will be the tell.
And you said we can transfer our characters
Yep.
from the other game.
I believe you can bounce your character back and forth between each game. So like we could like play through all of the content in this game and be like, okay, well, until the next expansion, we'll go back to the old one.
Yeah, I should probably go.
The character customizer is going to be in both games. You're going to be able to use the same customizations.
I should probably go back and try to finish all the freaking episodes of the first game because.
Yeah, I do also wonder how the story is going to connect. Like if they're going to kind of start on their own, or if it's going to be a continuation.
Yeah, that does
I
look
don't
really, really
know.
cool.
Yeah, if it throws you into like a new story entirely, I'm gonna be like, and then they actually has references from the other game, I'm like, oh no, spoiler alert.
Alright.
That wouldn't surprise me, honestly. So,
All right, now we're finally down to the last topic. Well, the last part of the podcast.
Yes.
Where we look forward to, and remember, as we go through these, please pick the one that you're going to review the next month because
I already know
You
which
wouldn't
one I'm
know
gonna
mine.
review.
I think I already know mine as well. Actually.
Oh yeah, and wait a second. Let's get this out of the way right away. Cyberpunk 2077 comes out in 2 days. No duh. Everybody knows that.
We're all pretty excited for it. Everybody's watching.
Yeah, we don't have to go.
Don't
over
need to
some-
mention it.
Yeah, we don't need to mention that one.
That's why I said you know what review game I'm gonna do. There you go. That's it.
All right, Silver's saying he's reviewing Cyberpunk.
Okay, so who
Alright,
wants to
who's
go
gonna
first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Hanako. Hanako. I got confirmation it is coming out later this month. 21st, I believe.
Okay.
And it's a Chiller's Art horror game. So Chiller's Art from 11th. Okay, never mind what I said then. Okay, so Chiller's Art is, I think he's a Japanese horror game developer. He's been making games like these really interesting stylized art horror games for what 10 years now, maybe.
Damn.
He has various people help him with like animation, artwork, and stuff like that. He also has a Patreon, of course, but yeah. I first heard about him through a YouTuber, Gabs Motors, and it's kind of how I learned about his games. And they're very unique in their style. They're very story focused, but they have gameplay as well. So that's kind of why I'm really interested to see where this game goes. You know, I love my slow horror games to boot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I understand that.
There you go, and that's why I'm kind of looking forward
Doesn't
to it.
look bad.
Oh, yes, headless zombies, ghosts.
All right. So who's up next?
Let's get my review game out of the way. I will be playing and reviewing Haven this month, one way or
Alright.
another.
Who are you going to
Alright.
be playing that with? Because I'm pretty sure it's like a two-player game, isn't it?
It can be done co-op,
talk
yes.
about it.
I don't know if it's online co-op though. I think it's only split screen co-op,
It is almost
which would mean remote play together is an option.
Yep, it is.
I am also curious, Tim, if you and Jess are interested in playing this. 'cause that
Yes,
would be interesting
we are.
co-op game.
we want.
We are.
We made our way here.
Because I was going to play the demo a long time ago when it was available, but I never got to it.
I don't know if the demo had co-op either. I don't know if we ever got confirmation. But yeah, it looks fun, looks good. I definitely played the demo previously. I'm definitely going to play more of it once I actually own it.
That's what makes life so exciting.
All right.
Do you think that failing
Let's
to
see.
comply with an arrest is an
Yeah,
aggravating
Mermich.
Alright, my turn.
Good.
Call of the Sea.
Yeah, that was also on my list as well.
Sorry.
That's right, you had it first anyway. Even though I did see it quite some time ago, but hey, it's alright.
And I'll-
It's not my review game, so hey, that's all good.
and
Hey, when we agree, it's a good thing.
it comes out on my birthday and it's available on Game Pass. Ba-bang!
Yes,
Indeed.
it is a very, very
Win, 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 win.
In the middle of the Pacific that the locals refuse to even name.
This is not a pirate game.
And it's published by Raw Fury, which usually come up with good shit.
Your letters kept me close to you,
Yeah, it's so
but
cool
suddenly
looking.
they stopped coming.
And hey,
got a
who
good
doesn't like
style.
a good story?
What happened, Opal?
Who doesn't like a good story,
What
yeah?
did you find?
You know who'd be good at a game like this? this person over here. It's a adventure puzzle game, like kind of like a hidden object game without the hidden objects.
Just in the 1930s.
Just the puzzle part, you know.
Oh, Harry. What have you done?
But no, it looks really good. It looks really good. Is this your review game, Mermit?
No, the next one I'm gonna mention is gonna be mine.
Okay. This is not my review game, but I'm kind of pumped for it just to play it with you guys on stream. Is the Game of Life 2.
Yeah, you did mention that the other day, didn't you?
Yeah. I never thought I'd see the Game of Life
How they
2.
can make a second.
You and me both, man.
Well, I mean, it looks like a much prettier, updated version of the Game of Life. It's still got the little scooters and everything.
It's more animated. It's more animated, that's for sure. It looks like it's definitely improved in quality aspects.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the
It
original
looks like
don't
it's
have
on
animated,
like a tropical island now.
Be interesting to see what they've changed or how they've improved it. I wonder if how much better the mini games are.
There's probably quite a bit more mini games now.
And you can get pets now.
Ah,
Oh
nice.
my goodness. Best thing
Best
ever.
improvement yet.
Best improvement yet.
Right, me and Ray are gonna have like 20 cats.
No kids, 20 cats.
They come into the Switch and
I'm
Steam.
crazy cat people.
High five, Ray.
Oh, you can do cars or scooters.
Ooh.
Nice.
I want a car.
Okay, now I'm more than intrigued. I'm gonna wishlist that because
I'd be interested to see how much the price tag is when it comes out. Because I mean, it is a new game.
yeah, but you know what the best part is?
It better not be 60.
No, it won't be 60.
No. I highly doubt that. In fact, I'm like 95% certain.
It would be like 20.
It better be like 20 at maximum 30.
I doubt it'd even be 30.
Yeah, 30 or less. That's my wager.
Because it's already available on Android, I guess.
Apparently.
Alright, well, that's cool. Alright, what's up next for everybody?
One of you have been around, right?
Yes.
Alright, Crunch Element.
Say Crunch Element? Yeah, okay, there.
Yep.
Yes.
I showed this to Mermich earlier.
It's cool.
Alright.
So think Payday 2, but in VR. But not Payday 2, where you don't just rob banks. It's actual heisting, not just banks.
That's interesting.
I know, right?
That does
Sorry
look.
to interject, but Game of Life 2 apparently is $4 on the App Store.
That means it's probably gonna be 15, 20 bucks on Steam.
Probably.
But yes, the Crunch Element is something that I have agreed to play with Silver.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that
it looks like it'll be fun.
there's nothing wrong with that. That looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Say,
Oh,
alright,
yeah.
Mermich, let's see how good you are with the gun in VR.
Oh, come on. Like,
Reach.
Have you seen me play freaking, the Grapple Tournament?
No, but I've seen you play Grip and go ah.
Now, Grip is different. Grip is different.
No, Mermich, we're gonna take it steady.
All right. So what's next there, boyos?
Unto the end. Unto is one word, by the way.
There you go.
I was gonna say it's in the misspell end.
I know.
Hi, I'm Steven.
This is another Game Pass game.
Studios.
Yeah.
We've been making
And
this
it
game
looks
for the past 4 years. and
really
it's finally
interesting,
coming out this
unique,
December.
and fun.
Unto the End is a
The
challenging
combat is supposed
combat
to be
adventure
like
game in the
complex,
style of a
or
cinematic
not complex, but
platformer.
like
Its story is
challenging
simple.
even on
Get
easier
back home to your
difficulties.
family.
Yeah, I actually
When
did
people
take a
talk
look
about Unto
at this
the
game.
End, they often mention the
I saw this game during Indie
And
Land
we're really proud of that.
for the
We worked super hard on it.
completionist
Plays unlike any
charity
other game.
stream he did. He actually did a playthrough with the developers of the game.
Nice.
Rather than hacking
Yeah.
and slashing.
Ooh.
So the advice we give
But
is
yeah,
to stay
like
calm
apparently
and
you
make the
can
most of
how
every
you
opportunity,
approach
since fights can be
scenarios
won or
can
lost in 2 or 3
vastly change
games.
the gameplay of the game because you don't necessarily have to fight
We
everybody.
really wanted to reward careful observation and mastery of your abilities.
Coerce your
When
way
you approach
past
a fight
certain
by supporting your
encounters.
opponent with your dagger, ducking under one
But
of
yeah,
their
it
attacks,
just looks
taking
really
them
good,
out,
really
shoulder bashing, or
fun.
taking advantage of friendly fire. We
That
also
is
have
interesting.
called
Worth
Combat
watching.
Assist. It gives you more time to read and react while still offering a
Oh
challenge.
my
It was also important for us to have alternatives to fighting. So some difficult combat encounters can be
My last
completely
is
avoided by
interesting.
using or trading items rather than going in sword
But yeah.
first.
The
I'm
environments you
intrigued.
move through, the items you find, they all
Very
give
much.
you clues.
That is
to what
interesting.
Different characters want, but you might
Tim?
inadvertently make an encounter
you ready
more
to rock?
difficult if you use the wrong item
Sure.
at the wrong time.
Ragnarok.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Those darn kids and their travel music. Bump, chicka, bump, chicka, bump, chicka, bump, chicka.
What the? No. It's Ragnarok.
I know, but Steam isn't working right this second.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
No technical difficulties. Why?
that was weird. When I look, I just literally opened up a page for my last game, and it was working fine. That's bloody weird.
Ragnar.
Okay. There. I got it.
I mean, remember though, Mehmet, Ragnarok
There
is
we
not
go.
English; it's Norse.
There you go.
There. Still.
That is very interesting, I have to say.
Viking Beat Saber Guitar Hero. I am pumped to play this.
Man, yeah. Like,
Okay, this does look pretty awesome, I have to say.
I know, right?
It's a shame it requires VR, bro. Doesn't it?
I know.
Yeah, it requires VR. Otherwise, hey, if a group was just like, you know, got getting fucking jammed. into a
But
fucking
basically, you race your friends through.
Oh, so did
I know. And you race your friends by playing like really, really well. So, oh my goodness.
That's interesting.
Like, I can see this game getting really popular.
I hope Jack knows this. At least
He has to. There's no way he can't.
He's playing Beat Saber. He's gonna play this.
Okay.
It'll be so much fun.
Wow.
And all VR headsets can use it, not just the Vive and not just the Oculus, but all are supported. That's
Alright.
great.
My next one is a replacement for Sonic Racing called Trackmaster, where you can build your own tracks for your friends to play. And it has vehicular combat, but you can like literally build whatever track you want.
I could imagine some of you making up some pretty fucked up designs.
Yeah, I mean you can go all out and make it as weird or as crazy as you want.
Whoa, did I just see glass roads? Oh,
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that would be trippy as balls.
You can do jumps and flips and everything else and build it however you want.
You can knock aside the freaking roadblocks as well.
I mean, look at you can build loop-de-loops and everything in it.
Okay, that's pretty dang cool.
You could get a lot of time out of that, that's for sure.
As
So
much
I fi-
searching as we had to do, that like we found some pretty cool games so far.
So yeah, like this I figured would be a wild game to try as a alternative to Sonic sometime. Now, how much is it gonna be? I have no idea, but it comes out in 3 days, so you know, we'll find out then. All right, that's 2 off my list. All right, what's up next?
No, I'll go for my last game, The Haunting. Which, from what I gathered by looking at the trailer and the actual gameplay, it reminds me of Project Zero slash what's the American version called? I know that the European version is called Project Zero, but I don't remember what the American version was called because they had 2 different names, which is weird. But you basically use like a camera to battle ghosts. So it definitely reminds me of Dreadout and Project Zero. And you know me, horror games.
That's interesting.
And I've never had the pleasure of playing Project Zero. Because they're on PS2. Like, really old games. But I would really like to play them. I just have to get them on an emulator or something. But yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how this turns out.
Say cheese. Ah! My eyes!
You keep blind. They just blind the ghost every single time. It's like, my eyes! Why are you doing this?
I'm not bald, I'm thinning!
You're bald! I would get that reference. No.
The original SpongeBob movie. Am I right, Mermich? Am I right?
I have not seen that. I've actually not seen that.
That was interesting.
Oh, the Goofy Goober song. Me and my daughter still sing it now.
Oh
and
my goodness!
And she originally watched that when she was 5, and she's 12 now.
Wow.
So.
Wow! Damn.
Well, some movies never grow old.
Nope. Like I've been watching SpongeBob for 25 years. No, 20 years. Sorry. Yeah, you gotta think about that. But that looks awesome, Silver. I mean, it's My Eyes Simulator.
My Eyes the Simulator.
Yeah. Not the haunting. It's more like ah. My contacts.
Oh shit, Tim. I can't stop laughing. My Eyes the Simulator.
I think they can't steal that name. If you see this, you can't steal that name. I copyrighted it.
Copyrighted Tim Dog.
Okay, I'm gonna make a game now where you just walk up to random people and just like use the flash for your camera. My eyes. See, so I sold the game already.
My eyes.
I'm starting it. I'm starting it.
Phasmophobia did that.
I'm gonna start an Indiegogo page. I only have the initial concept, but it's in my mind. So pay me $200,000, and I may make the game in 10 years. So isn't that how it works? I mean, I think so.
You may start selling spaceships in 10 years.
Listen, I have the mind of Kojima, so it's going to take about 10, 15 years. For
it's such a shame we stopped doing game news as well, because there's been so much shit going on.
Well, as I talked about, I think 2 hours ago at this point, that the website thing would make it so we could do that, and then just post news on a daily basis as well. That way we wouldn't be missing the news. We could share it all the time.
All right. Good idea, yeah. Anyone else got anything before we...
I have a few more I can mention.
Yeah, I actually got quite a few more.
Oh my god, you got 3 minutes until you turn 38, Tim.
I know.
You are extending this yourself.
So I can briefly say 5.
How the hell am I extending it myself?
Why are you letting this continue?
But I have 4 more games.
Just a podcast that never
Exactly.
How do you spell that right?
PHI.
Okay.
And I had a mere 5 when
This is apparently a DigiPen project, so some students probably put this together as their final project, and it looks kind of interesting.
I assume you're done with your games as well, Mamich.
What do you
Or
mean?
do you have, games to mention for the rest of the month?
No, I got a bunch more.
See, then I'm not extending it, so Murmish loses.
Alright, well, I guess I can leave then. Bye, guys. I'm done. I've said all my games.
I've got 4 more.
I've got 4.
My sweet
I've only
Jesus
mentioned.
Christ.
I've only mentioned 2 so far.
Yeah, Silver.
What are you talking about? We're on our 3rd one now, Merge.
Well, fair, but
I've mentioned.
I haven't mentioned my 3rd
all
yet.
of mine. I've already mentioned all 4 of mine. Well, okay, I went twice.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Alright, but this does look very interesting, though.
Yeah. DigiPen tends to have some interesting things that come out of their school projects.
Alright, let's see. Next one.
My turn?
Yep, it's your turn, Murmish. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Guntastic.
This is a other VR game. I already know it.
No, it's not.
Oh, I did see this game, though.
I thought that you might like this because it reminds me a lot of Duck Game.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yep, I saw a trailer of this, not even on Steam. I saw this the other day.
It does look very Duck Game.
It reminds me of like a mixture of Duck Game and Prepared. What is it? Prepare to Die? No. Move or Die. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which is another game I haven't played in like a year.
But this game just looked too funny not to mention.
It does look funny. It's a frantic homage to 16-bit coin-op games of the past. Oh, they know how to get my interest.
Right.
Oh god, I'm 38. No. Okay.
Happy birthday.
No. Not. You could do that. You could do that later.
We'll do it after the podcast is done.
Yeah, because Silver already says we're running over.
Hey! You said that like 45 minutes ago.
True.
Okay.
Well, I've just tried to tighten everything up. I didn't say we couldn't finish it. All right, Twin Ruin, which is my twin stick shooter of the month. Actually,
I want to say I've seen this before, but yeah.
I enjoy twin stick shooters quite a bit.
Oh yeah, no, I'd totally seen this before because I remember seeing the character model and being like, wow, that looks kind of like a Warframe.
Yep. And it's finally coming out.
Yeah. I want to say it's had release dates for quite a while.
3 different times. But
This game reminds me of another game that I've actually owned and played with a friend of mine. We bought it on a whim.
Similar to games you've played. EDF 5, Cuphead. Wait a minute. Steam, you drunk?
Yeah.
Go drunk. You're home.
Oh goodness.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You got any? So Silver,
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I gotta mention the game that's going to make Silver angry for the month. Just give me 1 second. It's called Spellbreak.
Oh.
No, Spellbreak.
That game.
See?
I'm not angry. I'm just like.
No, he doesn't like battle royale games.
Yeah, but at least they're doing something different.
Yes, and I played this. It's now coming to Steam. It's been on Epic for a year. I was even part of the closed beta for it. It's a lot of fun. It's basically Harry Potter battle royale, but like more mature in themes. At least it's magic, but not like preposterous. No, like it's actually fucking real magic. And like during
flamethrower to the face.
Yeah, pretty much. You can use poison, fire, ice,
just fireball,
wind, water. Yeah. And over the course of the last year, they cleaned this up a lot. Yeah, just fireball. See?
Just fireball. Just fireball.
No, that's Mimishul Race character.
Actually, and you know what's funny is that this game's kind of like Magicka in the sense that you can combine magic spells together to make new spells to interact with everything.
Cool.
I have seen games like this.
Yeah, and I've played it. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I know people don't like battle royales, but at least this one's extremely different from the rest. And it's very fast-paced.
Credit for originality, of course.
So if you like magic, this is the game.
And you don't mind shooting it at people.
Yeah.
Who will be shooting it back at you.
Yes.
That does look really cool.
It's very fun.
Do you have any more, Ray?
Two more.
And I have 2 more.
Can I go?
Go ahead.
That way we're kind of out. Yeah. Powder VR.
Powder VR?
Yes.
Oh, I think I
is
saw
what
this.
I'm
It's like a
actually
snowboarding one or
slightly
something,
Oh,
right?
I thought it meant like powdered donut.
No, this is what I'm slightly afraid of.
Oh, I'd be more than slightly. Why don't you just play Steep in VR?
Oh, it does have VR, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You can even do skydiving in there.
Steep has VR?
Yes, it does.
Another thing on the list of games we need to return to sometime.
Yeah, I bought I bought the season pass for that. Yeah, hell yeah, I'll go back.
See
to
if we can get Dan to play it again finally.
Oh, he will.
I'm gonna admit that I actually do own it, but don't expect me to install it and play it.
What, Steam?
Yeah, I actually checked my Ubisoft account one day.
Well, it was free at one point. If I
Yeah, it was free.
remember.
Yeah.
I had to check it because
There is no. There's 6 eyes and fuck it. I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball. Exactly, D-Plane. D-Plane gets it.
D-Plane knows. He understands. He understands.
Oh yeah, wrecking into a car in VR has got to look amazing. How does death look in VR?
If you ever wanted to see death.
That does look interesting though, Mermage.
I know, it's really cool.
Alright, Ray, your turn.
It'd be interesting to see if compare this with Steep VR and see how different they are. So speaking of VR, this is not exclusive VR, but it does have VR. FPV Speed Drone.
FPV what?
Speed Drone.
Okay, there's a lot of them, that's why I asked. There's a lot of FPV games.
Interesting.
Simulation and visualization.
So it's like competitive drone racing.
Oh god. That in VR has got to be a trip.
I bet. Doesn't require VR though.
Alright, Mermage, hop on that shit.
And the main, it looks like the main input device is keyboard and mouse, but it does seem to insinuate that you can bind things to any controller or flight stick or joystick.
I know.
So yeah, remember what we were saying about Silver about flight sticks?
Yeah.
You can rebind all the controls for this to a joystick if you want.
You know, I had a classmate in high school who was like super into this, the drone racing, basically.
Alright, you got more, Mermage?
Yes, I actually do.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
All right.
Well, we're almost done, Silver.
I know. For once, I'm actually the one that's.
All right. Alba, ALBA, a wildlife adventure.
Alba?
Alba, ALBA.
Oh, Alba.
Yeah, sorry about that. I
I did it backwards.
Apologies.
I looked at this.
Abla.
Yeah, I had an Abla. I'm like, what the hell?
Yes. This one also looks familiar.
This one looked really, really nice.
Now you feel like you're playing Animal Crossing again.
Skipping children, very nice.
But it's a wildlife category game where you wander around this island and.
Similar to games you played, Temtem. I don't know about that.
It's like Pokemon Snap.
Speaking of a game that we have to go back to, Ray, how about Temtem?
Oh my.
Ray? Oh man, there's been so many updates.
Yeah, I have. I've only played like the beginning 30 minutes. I didn't get too much into it.
I got 5 hours in it, but damn, that still doesn't feel like a lot.
This game just looks really,
I've gotten a bit
really
farther.
cute, so I thought I mentioned.
Yeah, actually, you guys have to catch up. I'm on the next island, I think.
Jesus Christ.
It's not that far ahead. You guys aren't that far behind.
I know, but you know how I feel about playing catch
I
up.
know.
Then get ahead of all of us, and then we can catch up to you.
Yeah.
That would never happen.
Look on the plus side. I'm not even playing.
I mean, even though
you always will be ahead of me.
Mine first. Ray got fucking way ahead of me, at least in terms of story progress. So.
All right, Ray, you got the last one?
Yes. Technically, this is winter 2020, but I want to mention it because it looks good. Dawn Grown, one word.
Dawn Grown?
Dawn Grown.
Oh, Dawn Grown.
Grown.
Sorry.
Dawn Grown.
There it is.
Nope, area you should definitely never get Temtem because Silver is too far ahead of you.
Long.
Temtem's fucking awesome if you like Pokemon, though.
Yeah, it has a very It's very similar to Pokemon, and but it has its own little.
This looks like a straight up old school NES game, and it brought a smile to my face instantly.
Oh wow.
Makes me.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this, but I should have mentioned it. I should have.
Nah, you can't say that, Eraser.
Temtem's a game you should probably buy on sale though, because at full price it's kind of expensive.
But anyway, this looked cute. So
It was very cute.
Okay, let me finish up.
Not very hopeful about when it's actually coming out because it says winter 2020 instead of December.
Let me hurry up because Silver's being impatient. No.
I know, right? On Tim, let's go. Come on.
All right. My next one is G.I. Joe Operation Blackout.
Oh.
Something is jamming our signal.
Which actually doesn't look like complete Garbo, so that's nice.
The world is about to succumb to the will of Cobra.
The more you know.
All forces rendezvous at Cobra Island. We need to stop Cobra.
Handsome Jack is going to star as the villain in this game. Oh yeah, and you play from both sides, Silver, which I thought was interesting.
Like that.
That's cool.
Okay, cool.
Face me! I reckon it's time to show these Cobra lowlifes what G.I. Joe's all about!
It's not just a strategy game, it's actually like a third-person shooter.
Yeah, and it's got co-op the whole entire way.
Woo.
Cool.
Okay. You have my attention.
And down.
End of the line, Joe.
As long as it's online.
The rat you are.
I see split screen there, which is good, but
Of course. But
let's see.
generally not the kind of co-op we do.
Yeah.
I only have one game.
Does not look
left, and
like it
it's
says
one that you
online.
Brought up, Tim.
What game is that, Mermish?
Medal of Honor Above and Beyond.
Oh, okay, we can check it out. Real quick. That's where.
Yeah,
that is the
look that
last
up.
game that I have on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you and your dad can do a co-op.
Medal as in
Silver.
probably.
I
do.
And you know, I'm a sucker for respawn games.
I told my father about that.
Yeah, you respawn shell.
Yeah, I know. It's only because they make good games. Like it's
You
crazy.
dirty respawn shell.
Yeah.
When I told him that a new Medal of Honor game was coming out, he was like really happy. And I said, "It's sadly only VR." He's like, "Oh," but I have a headset. And he's like, "Ah." I'm like, "Well, I get it."
And it actually looks good for being in VR. That's the other important part.
I mean, I lost my love for Medal of Honor a long time ago, but if I see that reviews are at least positive, for this,
it's worth checking.
After release,
You should be able to see reviews of this game by now. It comes out in 3 days.
I'll obviously wait until after that. Of course.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. I wouldn't say buy this blind, but it looks really good.
Of course not. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see what everyone else thinks.
Like I said, the gun wielding looks amazing though.
The of course the biggest question will be is how big of a population can they maintain?
Indeed.
And from PvP obviously, because they're going to need to maintain that if they want to.
Yeah, but at least it does have a deep single player campaign. So
That is true.
that saves it for a lot of people.
It's the reason why I would play.
But it does look amazing. Alright, so I got 2 left, which I will go through super fast.
Cool.
So I've got Vice Wave.
I know that one.
It's all about the 80s, Silver.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this. I didn't add it to my list.
It literally looks like an 80s version of Vice City.
That it does.
And it doesn't look like a cheap knockoff game either.
Pretty monster. Fox
And your car has nitrous. Yeah, that's all that matters, man.
Right.
Smash straight to someone's ass. You hit my friend! You son bitch! Get back here so I can take you out of your car and beat you up with your own freaking windshield.
Yeah, but it's basically, yeah, it's an indie 80s version of Vice City.
Yeah,
Nice
cool.
name, Vice Wave. I kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
All right, and last one for me, which is the one that I'm going to be reviewing this month because I'm probably not going to be able to afford Cyberpunk anytime soon, is I'm going to do Override 2 Super Mech League.
Right.
Smash 'em and bag 'em.
Because it's mechs, baby. It's mechs.
Notice. Hey, we've seen that twice. Yeah, man. Max. The fuck's wrong? If you don't like Max, fuck you.
Hey, look, got a frying pan.
The frying pan, yes! Most powerful weapon of all.
The fucking frying pan.
How about Sprinkles, which is basically a candy machine?
I was gonna say I see some familiar faces, but that's a new one.
I hardly ever want to buy a season pass, but the last character shown here just makes me want to do it. But it seems like they've taken everything that they did right in the first one and added all the stuff that it was missing.
Nice.
That does look real cool.
it could be its own like cartoon, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, it is that style of game.
And you get Ultraman.
Ultraman.
Which for people that like Godzilla, that's fucking awesome. But that's it. That's it. We're done. We're done. Be happy, Silver. We're done.
Wait, you're not mentioning Project Wingman, Tim?
It's already came out. It came out December 1st.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a December game.
I know. I should have already played it by
We did
now.
mention it in the last podcast.
Yeah, I did mention it in the last
That's
podcast.
true. We did mention in the last podcast.
Yeah, but
No.
so yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with our for our long and bloated and long-winded podcast.
And for once, it wasn't my fault.
But you know what, doing year-end awards and stuff like that for the topics, I pretty much knew that it was going to be a longer one. You know, it's the end of the year. We have a lot to talk about, and now we're heading.
And what a year to end too, man!
Yeah, and so we're going to be heading into 2021, and hopefully it's going to be a great year for gaming. And we'll have plenty more to talk about next month, I imagine, because you know they have the big release in a couple days, and a lot of smaller indie stuff coming out. So you know, hopefully you guys will check us out next month as well.
Yep,
So.
Month of gaming action.
So thank you to the people that stopped in tonight. Thank you to the people that are watching this on YouTube, which I will be putting it up there as soon as we are done. And to everybody else, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow for my birthday. Well, later today, I guess, for my birthday stream. And yeah, have a great night, everybody, and thank you for hanging out. And yeah, until next month, take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a pleasure as always, guys. Schlong out.
Good year, folks.
Good night, everybody.
And I just got banned on YouTube.